That's what happens when you're exhausted. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's time to shoot the skunk. And we are live and alive on a Sunday morning. And I'm so happy that Almighty is here. That, well, I don't know. I mean, she has multiple personalities like I do. I don't know if it's Elizabeth, if it's Lowe's Cat, if it's, I don't know. What are you today?
Whatever the hell you want to call me.
Oh, that you shouldn't say that to a couple guys like that.
And you shouldn't say it to one who is exhausted and the one who is not feeling well. Oh my goodness. But all kidding aside, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're so happy that you guys are here. Let us know who you are, where you hail from. If you're in the chat room, sharing the misery, sharing the love. If it's shoot the skunk, it's one and the same. I just made that up, dude. Oh, but
You're delirious.
Yes. Richard, I am beyond delirious. Oh my goodness. I guess we're live across the network. Thank you. I'm glad everyone is here. And what a glorious morning. Happy October to you. And
yes, it is the first day of October, is it not? It is. So yeah, awesome.
Yes, it is. And before we get to anything else, what do we have planned on the network today and for 4 following Sundays?
That is the question. So that is the question. So Elizabeth.
Almighty.
Yes.
So
Almighty.
I liked your
What are we
picture of the
doing?
cowtails.
Almighty, that
Yeah.
was I gave you a 3 p.m. start time.
Oh,
That's what I was alluding to.
oh well.
What
I
is
guess
happening
you're not the only one that's out of it a little bit. Today, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 Pacific. Rewatch Talk Live will be doing its Halloween movies for the next 5 weeks. 5 Sundays of scares. We're going to be reviewing some movies here. Today it's going to be the original Frankenstein from 1931. And then we're going to move on to Smile. And then we're moving on to Dawn of the Dead. And then Saw. And we're going to end it all with Halloween. Michael Myers is going to pay you a visit with that big old butcher knife of his. And I'm not talking about the one in his hand.
Folks, head on over to ndbmedia.net. Check it out on Richard's page. Check it out on all the others. It's the video on the announcement of all 5. It's exciting stuff. Looking forward to it. And we're going to be getting to that. So now, since I've killed I killed what we were doing, Richard, now get back to Elizabeth.
Get back to Elizabeth. No, I was just talking about her cowtails that her cousin posted. Niece. Was it your niece?
It was my niece.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she didn't post it. I think she's following, and I think she's been doing it maybe even before we did this because she does have a lot of similar interests that I do.
Okay. Well,
But,
I don't know.
yeah, it was her. Well, no, she came over briefly to drop off stuff after they had gone out and had a birthday lunch, and she said, "Here, I have something for you," and she tossed it over to me, and I'm like, "Seriously, cowtails?" And so I took a picture of it because I had to post it because at this point I might as well go along with the joke instead of run from it.
Well, it was too good to be true. Either it was a coincidence or she just might be sneaking a listen here and then, but I don't know.
I think she is. I think she is. Yeah, I think she is because it's like first she sends me the picture of the cupcake and the cakes that she found, and then she gives me this. And there's been no discussion. I haven't seen her in, oh God, she's very busy. I haven't seen her in probably like a month and a half. Something like that. I mean, we talk here and there, but I mean, she's very busy, so it's not like I talk to her every day. She doesn't live with me, or she doesn't know kind of the joke. But one, she follows me on Facebook. 2, I think she probably pops in on this. I really do. There's just too many weird things she's been doing.
Well, you're doing some weird things too by being here. So,
This is true.
so I was just wondering because, I mean, when I don't know, I couldn't get past your redundant remark about the.
Oh,
It just bothered me. Plus, it was, plus, it was,
yeah.
plus it was a double negative, and that bothered me too. But I didn't want to bust your hump about it. I didn't. So
I caught what you said when you said about the regurgitation. It's like,
yeah, I
oh,
thought I thought that would be kind of
okay.
cute and kind of gross at the same time. So, but anyway, that's no big deal. I don't care. I was just playing. I was just being a
No, I
dick.
caught it after you said it. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shoot, I should remove it, but a couple people have already, clicked on it, so it's like, yeah, leave it.
yeah, yeah. So that's cool. So anything else going on there with you? I mean, that's why I brought that up. 'Cause I was wondering. That's why I asked if she was listening. Because you said something about her, doing that. And I didn't know because I thought maybe she could help you when you do your picks and you won't get to go silent all the time. Maybe she could help you out there. You know,
No, it's not that, and I already have the pics. It's just uh,
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
not I'm not fast. You guys are more patient with the anime girl than you are with me. I swear to God.
Well, that's my fault, and I shouldn't do that. So I
Whoa,
won't
whoa,
do it.
wait a minute. Was that about the program yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hold on a minute. All right, hold on a minute. When you take 3.5 years to go from one item to another, that is not a time warp. That is not a temporal incursion, woman. That is, oh my God, we're on the radio and there's no noise. Yes, it was 3.5 years in
It
between.
was not.
Go back and listen. There was nothing. Oh my goodness.
So yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. We shouldn't though because you're new to it. So
You
you'll
did
catch on.
well. Threw you
Yes,
into
you
the
did.
deep end of the pool. That's what it's about. That's what we do here on live internet.
Yeah.
Yes, Elizabeth.
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening.
See, I was, those gaps.
Oh God. You don't even allow a person to think.
You had 3.5 years between lines.
Moving on, as in moving on.
Oh my.
Do you have your cowbell with you?
Which one of those?
I don't
And
know.
no, I don't have. I don't have the cowbell. I don't like them.
Good morning, anime girl.
Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I rather busy.
Are we a little orange today?
Well, no, it's red. It just looks orange under this light. It's my Spitfire T-shirt.
You commie pinko.
Yeah, so what?
Thank you for joining us. I'm glad.
You bloody capitalist pig. See, you're scoffing again, bookkeeper.
I am exhausted.
How's the old voice box there?
I'm trying to, treat it well right now. But I have to tell you, folks, I cannot say what happened on air. But if you are still around when we end, I have to tell you what happened over the last. I can't say for obvious reasons, but over the last 12 hours, there's no way I can say it on air. I can't even allude to what was and where, but I want to tell my co-hosts that there's something I have to tell you after we're on that we go off air. So, um,
Uh-huh. That sounds interesting.
oh, yeah, I guess. So I'm gonna have to determine whether I'll be able to go public with it. But it was just unbelievable as to
I see.
Yeah. So
after
do I.
yeah, it's crazy. It's just Yeah, it was just absolutely crazy. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to tease the audience. I'm
Well, no,
teasing my co-hosts if they're willing to
yeah,
hang around for a little bit.
And we're
Uh,
nothing.
drooling.
oh my God! Did you actually say? Am I drooling?
Yeah, not you. Said
Oh
we
well,
are.
it actually was me because before we went live, I don't know what it was, but Almighty said something, and I said, "Oh, why? Does it show that I'm still drooling?" Oh my God, that was fun. I was so exhausted this morning, folks. I've been up for less than 20 minutes, and I think I got like an hour in. Sheesh. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah. You know what? Yeah, it's us. I'm so thankful that everyone is here. Ladies and gentlemen, it was raining last night. It was crazy. And right now, here in Southern California, it's 56 degrees, mostly cloudy. It's going to get to a high of 65, overnight low of 53. And it looks like we have between 5 and 9% chance of rain today. Sunrise is at 6:45 a.m. Pacific time. Sunset is at 6:53. No, wait, no. Oh, what happened?
Short day?
Okay, it moved. 6:35 p.m.
Like I
So
said,
I
short
was
day.
dyslexic. Oh, even shorter. The
Shorter. Yeah.
humidity is 88%. Pressure is 29.87 inches. Visibility is 10 miles, which I find it hard to believe because the sun's not even up yet, but whatever. The wind is heading to the southeast at 2 miles per hour. Dew point 53 degrees. UV index 0 of 11, and the moon phase is a waning gibbous.
Okay.
So, why don't you kids give us the weather where you are in your part of the world if you're ready to go with that?
Weather.
It is 58.
It's warmer where you are?
Yeah, we're going to get to 80 today.
Good for you.
Right. You ready for this?
Saying the whole week is, well, until we start, well, till midweek, and then we're going to start getting back to our fall weather. But for the next few days, we're going to be in the mid 80s.
Wow.
Then it'll drop down to our fall weather, and then everything should be okay.
Well, over the pond here, we work in slightly different things. We are cloudy at 90 degrees C. They reckon it feels like 90 degrees C. The skies will be mostly cloudy and the high will be around 20 degrees C. The pollen is very low. The wind is 20 km an hour.
Did you say
Humidity
90 degrees C?
19.
Oh, 90. Okay, see. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, 90 degrees C. Wow.
Yeah. Humidity is 79%. Our visibility is 10K. The pressure is 1020 millibars. And the dew point is 15%. Okay,
All together now, Liz, why don't you share with us where your weather is? And Liz, I am talking slowly so
Oh
that
my God.
I'd be careful, Roger. Oh, Miss
Ugh.
there, she can be quite sharp when she wants to be.
that
You don't
remains
want
to
to
be
be
seen.
there. You don't want to be there. Telling you.
Well, I was threatened off air by her before we went live, so it's okay.
Ah, okay. I'll let you go then. Oh,
We'll
sorry.
see.
I'm playing with my Hello Kitty here, but never mind.
Oh, how cute!
Yeah, it's a box top that somehow appeared in my collection. I've no idea why or where, but there you go.
But speaking of collecting things, 3.5 years later, are we ready to go, Liz?
I'm gonna hurt you one day. I'm gonna find out where you live. I'm gonna come down there and actually hurt you.
Liz, just drive a herd of cows through his house. That'll really piss him off.
Ooh,
You,
yes, with
you,
cow pies.
you want to know how to find me? Go to my website, set up an in-office appointment. It's not that hard.
I know. I've actually thought about sending nasty little surprises.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, well, so what's the
Okay,
weather?
it's 58 degrees at the moment, cloudy with no chance of participation today.
Oh, is that with or without the cows?
No, that would just cause extra gas in the air.
Yeah,
Because of
that's
such,
true.
does it smell like?
No,
cows.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Mm.
But believe me, when you drive through an actual cow town that does cows, for different sorts of things like slaughter and things like that. Oh my God, does it stink?
And
You know,
actually, Roger, you want to know what a real stink is? Forget the cows. Just think what happens when some guy is spreading chicken manure over the fields. That really attacks the nostrils.
Okay, I do want to say that someone has their TV or radio or something on in the background, please. We are getting feedback.
it
Oh,
is
okay.
not
Well,
me.
give me a second, and I shall take care of it.
Mm.
I was going to say, mine is turned down. I'm looking at some weirdo playing with pipes at the moment.
I'm just sitting here in the dark.
Oh, hello, hello. Sarcasm is about to erupt. Any
25,
second.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. How many seconds, Almighty? How many seconds? It's already a minute since he said,
He's,
give me a second.
he's
Hmm.
looking. He's looking for the on-off switch.
I'm not
The
sure he knows
TV
who that is.
on off switch.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry, Elizabeth.
I said I'm not sure he knows where that is.
well, yeah. Some of these modern devices they hide the damn thing.
Are we
Oh, I
talking
know.
about are we talking about the on-off switch to that TV, or are we
Yes.
talking about the other proverbial on-off switch because he had a daughter?
No, I'm talking about the TV electronics equipment.
Yeah. I mean, I've got I've got two TVs, and both of the on-off switches are hidden underneath the damn screen. So unless you know they're there, you can't even find them. 'Cause they're not even marked.
1 minute, 26 seconds. So you owe me 1 minute, 25 seconds.
Okay, I'll get right on that.
I'm sure you will.
I just tell them to foxtrot Oscar and carry on regardless, Almighty.
Yeah. Oh,
He's he's getting a 2-8 over nothing.
oh. Okay. Well, I'm back. I turned off the TV with the music playing.
You know what a 2-8 is, Roger?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, do you know what I meant by you're getting into 2-8?
No.
It's rhyming slam. 2-8 state.
Oh, there it is.
There's no use.
Yeah, I don't get it.
No. Well, there you go. You see, you
I'm too
just don't
tired to figure it out.
Yeah. Look like you're about to lie there and put your legs in the air and
Good God.
well, Liz was doing it yesterday. It's obviously Roger's turn today.
Whoa! Hell no!
Hell yeah!
I
I'm not
have no
about to
words.
defend. Yeah, there it is.
Can you see my cat?
Yeah.
Aw,
Cool.
you have a beautiful pussy back there.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
You do realize that has different connotations on this side of the Atlantic, don't you?
Oh, please enlighten us.
I don't think I need to enlighten you. It seems like Almighty has already worked it out.
Oh.
You go back to your single cell organism that you're scoffing there.
That's bad.
I don't have my liquid crack this morning. My machine
Has died.
is being a little wench right now.
Uh-oh.
So I do not have access to liquid crack. So my means of survival
Yes.
is not available to me. It's like being on a raft with no water.
I just
You ever heard of a damn kettle? I mean, get a kettle, plug it in, fill it with water, switch it on, and make your liquid crack. Yeah, I knew. Anyway, sir, what is the discussion for this morning or for today?
I thought we were just making it happen. Bring a topic in, we can talk about it. As you
Well,
know, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. I believe in the United States, I guess we'll get to it. It looks like there was a crisis averted over budgetary, parliamentary, and I use the word working government. An agreement was reached late last night for a continuing resolution for approximately 45 days. Now, many of the other spending bills were not enacted yet, but the allowance or the continuance of government or status quo will be for the next 45 days. They may have kicked the can down the road. There's a lot of things that need to be done, but the president did sign the bill with hours to spare before midnight last night. So the little children are throwing their tantrums and they're getting their way, and it's really sad. Folks, as far as politics go, right now, knowing situations, if anyone votes for the government to stop, they should not receive a salary. Anyone who votes to close government right now, because they're going to deny us services, but yet they're still going to receive their salary. No. If you're going to deny services to us, you ain't getting paid. And that's the way it should be. And they should be challenged. And everyone should chase every representative, every senator, anyone and everyone that voted no to keep government service from us. So you guys want to play? That's the way it should be. You want to keep services from us, then you don't get paid either. But of course, the only thing that continues is the payment of the representatives. Their staffs don't get paid if there's a thing, but they will still get paid. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that amazing?
makes you wonder, doesn't it?
God bless America.
Well, yeah, only in America, I suppose.
Come on, Elizabeth. You and I agree on nothing when it comes to politics.
Oh, we agree 100% on that.
Really?
Yes.
Because I believe that the South got it wrong in 1861.
Oh, God. We're going back to that.
You just can't let it go.
No, we can't.
And why, pray tell, did the South get it wrong?
Because the war was fought for slavery. That's it. It's simple. When you have 11 of the 13 seceding states that state in their constitution that we are doing this to maintain the indentured servitude, slavery, and when the Declaration of Independence mentions it, that this is why we are doing what we are doing, it is simply that. And when they talk about states' rights, the states' rights were to keep slavery. I mean, come on. Come on. So anyway, go ahead, Elizabeth. I'm punchy right now.
Yes, obviously you're punchy. And I don't think we're going to rehash back that out. You have your view, I have mine. And I prefer to stay friends.
Mine is based on history. So that's cool. And
Well,
you know what?
History is written by the victor.
Shown up.
So therefore, if you were on the victorious side, then you look at it in one way. If you were on the losing side, you look at it in another way.
Oh, you mean the ignorant side? That's right.
Not necessarily. I mean, look at it in the way of Germany in 1918. They were on the losing side.
Yep.
The Allies really hammered them at the Treaty of Versailles. Net result, by the early 1930s, they were ready to have another go, which they did.
Yeah.
Do we blame Germany for that, or do we blame the Allies for being vicious victors?
There's way too much in that I really want to have that conversation, but that's not going to happen today. Just like Elizabeth knows.
You got to understand that Hitler had a vendetta from World War One. So
yeah,
how much was it? How many billions?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
like 33 billion, wasn't it?
Something stupid like that. But again, you want to get a bit more technical? Think about the Japanese. think how America squeezed the Japanese because they thought they would be expansionist before Pearl Harbor. They were stopping goods going into Japan. They were limiting the oil. You can only do that to people for so long before they're going to react. And of course, you had the idiots in charge. I'm not going to deny that one. You had the idiots in charge who said, right, the only way we're going to get any reaction from these people is to go along and proverbially punch them on the nose and say, hey, guess what? We exist. And they did for a number of years. True or not?
I appreciate your commentary. It's way too early for me. Like I said earlier, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm happy that Elizabeth is here. I am happy that Anime's girl is here, and I'm happy that Almighty is here. That's funny that it looks like I'm the only one that's taking my actual name today. That's sad.
Well, to be honest, Roger.
Oh, wait.
As we say over here.
No, hold on. We are 26 minutes in, and
Yes.
right now you say, let's be honest. What about the other 25 minutes?
Don't start.
That's what I tell my clients when they're sitting in front of me and they've been here for about an hour or an hour and a half, and then we finish up and they say, well, to be honest with you, whoa! What the hell?
Yeah,
now? You're telling me?
Yeah, of course. I mean, at this precise moment, Roger, you're looking like the lights are on, but there's no bugger in.
Oh, there is no doubt the lights are on. Look, see them? They're even shiny. I know you can't see, but that's a multicolored calendar. It's white paper with blue and red and a little bit of green, but it's very shiny because of the light. It's shiny.
Shiny.
Doesn't that word annoy you? Shiny. Think about that. It's shiny.
Yeah,
Yes,
when you
but I
think
like
about it,
shiny things.
Yeah, we attach it to some weird and wonderful things like office workers. We accuse them of having shiny arses and what have you.
Shiny heinies?
Yeah, that's it. Shiny heinies.
Why?
What
Does that mean you set the chair too long?
Well, I'm asking you, why do we attach it to so many weird and wonderful things?
No, you
Shiny
said
paper.
clerical workers. Why do you refer to them as?
Why do I refer to them as clerks? Because they're clerks. They work in offices.
And for that reason, they're shiny?
Well, 90% of them have shiny bums because they never get off them.
Okay. I just think of Shiny Penny.
Yeah. Roger's head is shiny, but I don't think he polishes it.
That reminds me, I got to put my sunglasses on.
I thought you already had. Or is it just a reflection of the screen in your glasses?
Probably.
I apologize. Would you like? I could go and get my cap inside, and we could cover
No.
the inherent lens flare.
Yeah, we like you as you are, Rog. We like you as you are.
Bald men are sexy. I mean, hey.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Hello.
that's a hint about what I want to tell you off air. After. It's
You gonna
funny.
tell us a tale of bald is beautiful?
Well, it wasn't my opinion.
Are you sure you two lovebirds haven't got something you want to tell us?
Oh no.
Jeez.
Sorry, Liz, I couldn't resist.
You're missing that. Actually, I think it's Elizabeth and Big Dog that would be telling the tall tales.
Yes, that's a thing.
You've noticed that?
Didn't he say he might be joining us this morning?
Actually, the Big Dog may be joining us. Should I send him a text?
Yeah, you should. Go for it.
You probably find the poor guy still in bed.
Hold on a minute. And
Yeah, okay.
He got dressed with me on air the other day.
okay.
He and I were talking.
You see, did you hear that? I had nothing to do with that.
I never said you did. You want to clarify that last statement, Liz?
Elizabeth
I mean,
and
are you sure you don't want to tell me
Aisha
something?
and Richard are asking about you this morning. Oh, am I right? No.
MRI.
Yeah,
Emma, what?
My fingers are stupid.
Got
All right.
fat finger syndrome there, Roger.
Elizabeth and Aisha and Richard are asking about you this morning.
Oh, that's bad grammar.
I'm gonna put.
It's
Really?
6:30 in the morning. Of course, you're
Really?
bad grammar.
I mean, I am shocked that I am somewhat coherent. At which Aisha would say, "Somewhat." Do you even understand the concept
Really?
of somewhat?
Damn colonials murdering English again.
Oh, for the love of God!
Yeah, he's up there.
That's
Push by
almighty.
the name of Almighty.
I'm over here. I don't know.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. It is Shoot the Shoot the Skunk on
Oh man.
Sunday morning, October 1st, 2023. I am so sorry. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know who you are and where you hail from. Sharing the misery, sharing the love. It is Shoot the Skunk. Skunk.
What the? Okay, here we go.
Roger, what is supposed to engage brain before opening gob? It helps.
Oh wow.
Oh, I'm so
Please
sorry.
engage
there we
brain
go.
before opening the mouth.
Oh my God, and that was twice. All right, I'm that tired. I am that exhausted. I'm so sorry, folks. It's not even a mature rating on the program. I've shot us permanently. I am so sorry.
We
Shoot
know what's on his mind.
a skunk. Oh
Yes.
my God. Oh.
Oh, there we go. I like
Oh
it.
man, we couldn't have scripted that if we tried. Oh man, I love
Thank
it.
God we have a mature rating for this program. I am so sorry. Wow. Wow.
Do you want to try that again? Only slower.
No. No, I do not want to try that again.
I noticed Liz is muting herself because she's probably
I
killing
think
herself
she's
in the
choking
corner.
on that one right now.
No, I was laughing too hard.
I couldn't make that up, folks. I cannot believe it. I'm so sorry.
Oh dear.
That will go down in history.
Yeah.
Twice because I was that stupid. Anyway, it's 6:31 a.m. Thank you for joining us. It is Shoot the Skunk here on NDB Media. Oh my God.
Do you
That's
want to write
almighty.
that down? You want
That's
to write that
anime
down?
girl.
You normally write all that sort of stuff down on bits of paper.
I actually
Did-
do, and I didn't have that. I was going just by the inherent
Mhm.
lack thereof.
Yeah.
That's Almighty. That's Elizabeth. That's Aisha. And I'm Roger. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're just shooting the skunk early in the morning here and really excited about getting it right. So let us know who you are and where you hail from. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see what happens. So moving on forward, do you guys have any stories that you wanted to get to? Because that's what we do here. We're just having a conversation. We are NDB Media's Sunday morning program. That's all I'm going to give us credit as being.
Well,
Wow.
what are you writing about this little bust up that the Americans and the Europeans had at the Ryder Cup?
What happened?
Apparently, McIlroy got a little bit offended with one of the caddies for the American team because he was waving his cap when he was trying to do his shot. And it got a little bit, shall we say, heated in the car park. And they had to be separated.
Really?
Yes. I just wondered if you obviously haven't seen the bit on the news about it.
No, I
Not
have
made
not.
it over there.
I had not, but unfortunately, I've been a little juvenile as of late.
Yeah. It was shown over here about, apparently I think McIlroy had lost the round or something. And he was taking his final shot, and the American caddy was celebrating, and he was waving his cap, and it was in McIlroy's field of vision, and he got a little bit uppity on it. And so in the car park, he had a sort of a forceful discussion, shall we say, and he had to be kept apart.
Wow, I did not know that they got into it. That is crazy. Wow.
I mean, golf, how to ruin a good walk, but never mind.
Oh, do you golf?
No, I do not. Me, God Almighty! I'd have a hard job trying to see the little white ball, let alone chuff and hit it.
Do you golf, Almighty?
No, it's been a while.
Do you
How
go?
many?
Miniature golf. I find it very entertaining. I play miniature golf.
Oh yeah,
Otherwise, I mean, is there anything else? It's always been miniature golf. And forgive me, but I am not a pro player at it, but I will give you a run for your money. I usually hit par or less in miniature golf, so I am a difficult opponent.
I
you should
see.
turn
So you
pro.
like little things then? Don't you be looking at me like that. Just a question. I am he's touchy today.
Oh, what are you drinking? What the hell are you drinking, Almighty?
That's my usual.
What is
Diet
your
Coke.
usual?
Yeah. What is the usual?
Yeah, I said Diet Coke.
What? It's too early for a beer?
What is it now? 9:37 my time. It's almost there.
Eh.
Yeah.
Well, 6:30 where you're at.
Yeah, about that.
It is
Um,
6:37
Elizabeth?
on the West Coast. Yes.
Well, in the terms of a certain movie, someone was asked if they wanted a beer. They're like, no, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Vodka,
So,
tequila, whatever. And no, I'm paraphrasing that.
Wow.
But usually the answer is it's 9 o'clock somewhere.
Hey.
Well,
we were covering this yesterday. This Kaepernick thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick. Yes.
Yeah. Another piece of news here about Kaepernick blasted for a downright pathetic move. NFL free agent quarterback Colin Kaepernick created headlines throughout the league when he wrote a letter to the New York Jet. The letter made public by rapper J. Cole,
Yeah.
Kaepernick asks the Jets to sign him to the practice squad as a nothing to lose proposition. The letter has proved controversial in the NFL amongst fans and media members alike. So the poor guy is still getting holy crap just for asking.
Oh God.
It is creating an uproar because there is nothing to talk about, and it's the timing issue again. Um, Look, you heard what I said yesterday. It's getting old. I don't care for the individual. I know what the individual did, but well, okay, I'm repeating it again. Look, 7 years. He sat down. You see, that's the thing what people forget and that's why I lost my shite back then, is because he sat. And folks, I'm sorry, there was a lot more. We were talking. No one else was talking about it. We were on Sports Talk with the guys. You see, look, he did very well for 2 seasons. Their coach was fired, Harbaugh, and he left. The new coach brought in, and there were issues instantly. They did not get along, and Kaepernick was eventually benched. And there were other things that happened, which everyone forgets. And they were going back and forth. Every week, something new was happening. We were commenting about it. And when he sat down during the national anthem, I stated, wow, he is really pushing the team to make a move. He is pushing them to release him from his contract. That's the whole thing. He didn't want to be there anymore. And they were fighting, and it went public. And the ultimate FU during a contract dispute was, did you guys want me to play nice? No, I'm going to sit down. Okay. It was after these, oh, well, I'm sitting down because of Black Lives Matter. No, pal. You were sitting down because you were having it out with management. All you have to do is look back, but no one wants to do it. That's why it's personal for me. It's like, oh, so you want it out of your contract. Okay, dude. All right. But whatever. Timing became what it was. He then said, I am now taking a knee, because I even joked about that when he took the knee. I said, someone slapped that guy on the head. Said, dude, don't sit down for the national anthem. And it was found out within a few weeks that a serviceman had said, dude, if you're going to demonstrate, take a knee instead. And of course, it was all lost in the vitriol and the hatred of the time. And he went on to continue the demonstration under Black Lives Matter. My thing is, yeah, dude, that's what it became. But you wanted out. That's what it was. He
Yeah.
wanted out of San Francisco. And
Well, he got out.
well, he got out, yes. And that's a lot of the baggage that comes with it. The other teams saw it, the other teams know it. He was unhappy. He had a new coach, got benched. He didn't do the professional thing. He fought with management. And that is one of the reasons why he is not kryptonite almighty, but what do we say when someone is a
Troublemaker?
other than troublemaker? Yes.
Persona
So,
non grata.
well, yes. And then he left. So, okay, fine. It happened.
Oh, I think I know what you're trying to say too, Roger, and I can't get it
Yeah,
out. either.
not kryptonite, but it's like and at the time it would have been absolutely horrible for another team to sign him. But the Denver Broncos at the time did offer him a deal. It was a low ball deal. He should have taken it, but he was holding out because he did have something that he became a national symbol of. And for that, he will be disliked.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
And both figuratively and literally, he has paid the price. So,
Yeah, I suppose when you got that sort of baggage attached to you, you ain't going to get in too easy, are you? People don't forgive and forget these days, do they?
and I don't understand why, because when it comes down to it, he took a knee. But for years, and I don't know if Almighty remembers, when he said, oh, well, he took a knee. I said, no, BS. He sat down. Do you remember that, Almighty? I would
Yeah.
always cut in, and people
There were a
just got
lot of
tired
things that, it was more than just that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was more than that, but people forget, and they will always say, he is the man that took the knee for Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, oh, you it's not even revisionism. It is the very height of jackastic stupidity that people don't even realize what was going on. And you know what? Sports Talk with the Guys was there. We were there. All the co-hosts are tired of talking about it because we actually did. We were following it day by day, week by week, month by month. So when everyone says, well, he was demonstrating, but BS, it became that.
No. He managed to move it or try to. It didn't work, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I put something in the chat which might be of interest to you, Roger.
So did I, which I was trying to put in there for about 20 minutes, but now I did. It's the very last comment. But
Yeah.
I will tell you, there were 4 things that happened. So that's why I'm dying to tell you guys, but I just cannot admit it on air. So,
yeah. Now,
anyway, so go ahead. What is it, Anime Girl?
It's 3 disasters avoided by ignoring their fans' wishes. Some Yankee fans know better than the team's primary decision makers. For example, W fan caller worth his salt would have told you neglecting left field this offseason would turn out poorly. Plan A was converted utility infielder with 40 games of experience. Plan A. But sometimes, unfortunately, the fans are wrong. In the eyes of some observers, the Yankees should never have a budget and should continue committing $40 million annually to 1 or 2 mega free agents per offseason. The Yankees' budget should be higher than it is, but also definitely has to exist. If the fans always got their way, Patrick Corbin and Trevor Bauer would still be clogging up the space on the books.
Yes. Yes. Every year when there's a free agent, it amazes me the inherent stupidity by Yankee fans or even fans when they say, "Oh, you've got to go after this player," and it's like, "Oh my God!" It's the inherent lack thereof. And look, I don't like talking about free agents because it's a waste of time. I don't like comparing players because it's a complete waste of time. You go by what they did. I'm pragmatic, and I don't want to play this woulda, coulda, shoulda game. It
Mhm.
hasn't happened in for a while, ladies and almighty, but Big Dog is the sports fan in that he says, "Oh, but what about if so and so?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to waste on the woulda, coulda, shoulda. I don't. I'd rather go smash my finger in my car door, which I've done regularly, than to waste time about what
You
could
could
have
go
been."
there. Yeah.
Yes.
But,
So
as a Yankee fan, I was wondering what you made of the article in general.
for the longest time, the Yankees never had a budget because they were always the richest team in baseball by far. And they are now one of the richer teams. They are not the richest. And the current owners, the son of George Steinbrenner, actually operates on a budget because he's a businessman.
Yeah.
And the Yankee fans miss George Steinbrenner. I do. I clearly do. And I wish we had him, but the Yankees of today do operate with a budget. Now, whether you want to rip their management, whatever, the Yankees do have a lot of money, but they're playing with the budget now. And it's in a way it's frustrating. But Yankee fans, in their passion to win, want the world. Well, so does every other team.
Yeah, but then again, to get the world, it's going to cost you the world.
But the thing is that they see a shiny object and they want it, and it has to be on the Yankee team. I'm like, no, no. I was so happy they didn't sign Trevor Bauer. I would have been wrong on Patrick Corbin. I kind of wanted him, but again, I didn't say very much because I don't on free agents
Mm.
because it's a waste of time to say, "Oh, what if they would have had this player?" Well, you'll never know. Go have that conversation with your God because it's never going to happen. Or go play status pro baseball
Yeah.
where you can
Mm.
program the statistics and play back seasons or play it on Nintendo Ken Griffey Baseball where you can trade players and you can create a dream team.
True. True.
Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
Well, just suppose the fans are living up to the colours of the team being black and white, a bit like Magpies. They see a shiny thing, they want it.
Hmm.
Oh, that killed him off. That definitely killed him off.
Hey, cowgirl,
What? Did you
why?
realize you looking directly up at me when you lay back like
My
that?
eyes were closed, but I did say, "Hey, cowgirl, why do Alabama women never do reverse cowgirl? Why do Alabama women never do reverse cowgirl?
I have no idea.
Because you never turn your back on family."
Oh God, I should have known that one.
Hmm.
God, you're horrible. I love it.
All right, that was the first joke. I need three more. You like that one though?
I like that one, especially when I haven't had any caffeine or anything in my system. Oh God,
This one was horrible, and this
that
one's
was
from the land
good.
down under. Okay, yes, I have another one. How do you cure a ginger? This is from Australia, so think about that. How do you cure a ginger? Chemotherapy.
Repeat. Yep.
Oh my God! Almighty almost smiled on that one. Almost.
Oh, Why does it look like we lost Anime Girl trying to think of what that was?
Good morning, everyone. Just stopped by to say hello before getting back to my tailgate. Let's go, birds. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. He joins in at that moment. Thank you, Tony. I'm glad you were here. Oh, folks, miss you, Tony. Can't wait to have you join us and talk about the game. But appreciate you stopped in. He loved that one. You tell it, brother. It's Alabama. Remember, go Bama.
I've just found some jokes for you, Roger. They're
well,
adult jokes, but clean.
They're
adult jokes, but clean. Yeah. There is a fine line between a numerator and a denominator. Only a fraction of people will get this clean joke.
I'm sorry. Damn it.
What did the toaster say to the slice of bread?
You cut me up?
Put it in me?
No, I want you inside of me.
I was close. I was close.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And what did dentists call their x-rays?
A driller?
No, toothpicks.
Oh, God.
Wow. All right.
I can never take my dog to the park. The ducks keep trying to bite him. I guess that's what I get for buying a purebred dog. See, I went looking for some jokes. I thought, I've got to react to his jokes. I've got to get there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. I just got to get there, you know.
Come on, let's go, Elizabeth. You have a joke for us? I know Almighty will. I know he's working on one.
No, I haven't even woken up enough to do one if I can't even answer them.
Do you know which was funny on my Facebook page? I was surprised because I heard it somewhere else, and when I said, I actually added the staff meetings aspect, but I said having staff meetings with management is like having a quote make a wish unquote all-star team that sets your goals for the year. Is it on a personal note? Can't wait to read my personal evaluation for this year, but everyone knows why. I'm not going to state it publicly. But I got so much love on that one. I was stunned how many likes and even a few comments. I've always said if Make-A-Wish calls you, you do not hang up on that call. Because we all know. Do you have Make-A-Wish out there and Make Grow in the United Kingdom?
Yeah, we have an organization called Make-A-Wish. Yeah, they do a lot of things for the kids.
Yeah,
you know, especially terminally ill children.
Well, that's what it is. They're calling because the kids are terminally ill, and there are people that made jokes about it. I had Make-A-Wish call me, and I hung up on them. I said, "May you be damned for all eternity for that."
Yes, indeed.
That's why I've always, if Make-A-Wish calls, you take that damn call.
Correct.
Yeah.
I've just found a joke which will suit you down to the ground, Roger.
Oh, are we talking about NDB Media?
No. You being such a wordsmith, you will enjoy this. My teacher told me I will never amount to much since I procrastinate too much. I told him, just wait. Told you you'd get it.
Yeah. Come on, Liz. You're laughing.
Okay, fine. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie?
A butler fish?
Sophisticated.
No.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with that.
All right. Yeah, it made me laugh. I'm thinking, folks, that we could do something in the future. I know it's dangerous, where we will have a segment where if we have 4 people, you have to have 2 on each side, and you tell jokes, but you tell jokes to make the other team laugh. And the first one that laughs has to take a drink or a swig or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be liquor or eat something hot, whatever. And I would think it would be really cool if we'd be able to do that. I think it would be fun. And
That would be.
Yeah. Liz, I got a joke for you now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you like this. What do you get from a pampered cow?
What do you get from a pampered cow?
Why do I think this has to do with milk?
That's what I'm thinking as well. Let's see. Hold on. Pampered cow, what? Cottage cheese?
Spoiled milk.
Oh God, it was right in front of us.
I thought I'd get it in before Big Dog arrives and probably starts off doing the same thing.
Well, if the joke is not dirty, Big Dog does not think it's funny.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I've got a whole list of here, you know. Another one. I took my shell off my racing snail thinking it would make him faster. But if anything, it made him more sluggish.
Oh. So what's the difference between a G spot and a golf ball?
Oh, wait a minute. What's the difference between a what?
A G spot and a golf ball.
You can
Oh,
find a golf ball?
oh. Actually, that would be a very good.
What'd you say, anime girl?
You can find a golf ball?
Well, so a guy will actually search for a golf ball.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going to say, once you hit it, you know, you can find a golf ball. I was going to say that, but still not right. Wow, that was good. I like it. All right.
Okay, I have one for you.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
It's not dirty.
Well,
How does dry skin affect you at work?
It makes you all wrinkly. I don't know what.
You don't have any elbow grease to put into it.
That's almost a dad joke, right?
A dad or a mom joke.
Yeah. Why do you measure snakes in inches?
Why?
Because they extend out. I don't know.
Because they don't have feet.
Oh God, now, that is a dad joke.
Yeah.
How is a push-up brawl like a bag of chips?
When you open it up, the air's let out. I don't know what.
As soon as you open it, you realize that it's half empty.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, Colton Bennett. Oh, boy. Ah, dear. We got this down. We've really started something here.
I think we're practicing. You know, folks, just the other day, a bunch of lesbian friends of mine, and yes, I do have them, bought me a gold watch. I think they misunderstood because I said I want to watch.
God.
Here we go.
Oh, I heard Elizabeth on that one.
You ready for this one? This will be my last one. After this, you can get on with it.
All right.
I'd rather go through the pain of childbirth again than let you drill in my mouth, the woman told her dentist. He replied, well, please make your mind up so I can adjust my chair.
Oh,
Wow.
See?
What do women and noodles have in common?
Oh shit. I don't know what.
They both wiggle when you eat them.
oh.
Oh,
Okay,
dear.
I gotta breathe. I gotta breathe on that one.
Wow.
Okay, next topic. Roger is sitting there looking slightly shell-shocked.
No, I think that's funny. I am a little lightheaded. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm tired. I don't know.
I did see a joke underneath that, and I thought, oh, I could read that one out, and I thought, no, better not. It's a bit saucy for this time of the day.
Oh, cut it out.
No, seriously, it is.
No, that's okay.
Okay, it's a man and a woman in the dark forest having sex. Guy's fumbling around, and after a while he says, damn it, I wish I had a torch. And the woman says, yes, so do I. For the past 15 minutes, you've been eating the grass.
Oh.
All right, I have a final one. There's a little bit of a reach. It crosses cultural barriers, but Why are gingers not allowed to ride a train in South Korea?
Because it goes north.
Ooh.
Go on. I'm
Because they have no Soul Train.
That's not an Australian joke, is it?
What it's yes. Why do I not? I don't dislike gingers, but I think they're funny. There's this one comedian that goes after them, and it's really funny. So anyway, I may
One
have
of my
screamed.
favourite Australian comedians actually is Kevin Bloody Wilson. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I don't think so.
No, he's interesting to listen to.
Wow.
And
I believe
when
it.
he sings, he takes well-known songs, but then he can adjust the words, and they become extremely rude.
Oh, like Andrew Dice Clay?
I don't know who that is.
Wow.
You don't know it? Oh well, okay. Yeah, I guess. That's funny. She
So,
does.
so it's the adult version of Weird Al then.
I mean,
Don't insult Weird Al that way.
Yeah, I would never call the adult version of Weird Al.
well, what was it? One of Kevin Bloody Wilson's songs is "Never Mind the Kid, He Swears a Lot." You can work out from the title exactly just what this kid does all through the song. He really just swears a lot. When I say colourful language, I mean it's really colourful, start to finish.
Okay, I have one final one for you. I got pulled over by a cop, and my excuse was, "Sir, I have to run a marathon tomorrow. You can't write me a ticket." Cop said, "That's not how you use the race card."
Woo-hoo! Yes, I know that one. I like.
That one was creative. I died laughing the first time I heard that.
Yeah, I
one.
like that one.
That one was good. That one is
Yeah.
harmlessly good.
Boom.
I'll have to tell my nephew that one. He
That one,
is
yeah.
he is one of our trainers at CHP Academy.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that'll be great. Yes.
Oh, he'll love it.
How long has he been a trainer at the CHP Academy?
2.5 years now after working on the streets for several years.
I have that was a Freudian slip. I have a current coworker who is a former CHP, so I was wondering how many years he'd been there.
Yeah, he worked on the streets in San Francisco for about 7 years before he moved up to
I saw that show. I'm old enough to have seen that show. Richard did too. Anime Girls saw that as well. We just lost like 90% of the audience. The streets of San Francisco.
Hey,
Richard Hatch, baby.
One of my favorite shows, actually.
Do you know what was so annoying? I told my family members, I'm doing this program. It's right here. Check it out here. I'm interviewing all these people. And then about a year and a half ago, my older sister said, "You interviewed who? 3 times." Oh my God, I had a crush on him. Yes.
Who didn't?
I didn't. But
I used to,
Richard Hatch.
Yeah. When Chips was on, I used to like, what's his name? Poncherello.
Oh yeah.
I used to like old Punch. He was cool.
I forget his name.
Another good one.
I forget his name, but yes.
Who?
Poncherello. I forget his name.
Eric Estrada.
There it is, Eric Estrada. You see a guy, I don't know his name.
Yeah, well, as a girl, trust me, I knew who Eric Estrada
Heather
was.
Locklear on William Shatner's program. Heather Locklear.
TJ Hooker.
Yeah, you see,
TJ Hooker.
I knew that one right away.
TJ Hooker. Yeah, I think I saw a series of
Actually,
that.
she was doing dual shows at the time. She was doing both TJ Hooker and she was doing Dynasty.
Yes.
Oh,
very good.
Dynasty. We call it Dynasty over here. You know, people with this Dynasty.
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 The long Y makes it sound like it's powerful. It has power.
Dynasty.
Dynasty is like, it's weak. It's weak sauce.
Yeah, you guys have been doing that for a while. It doesn't have the same meaning for you.
We've been around a bit longer than you guys, you know, so we're entitled to our when it comes to dynasties, we think, yeah, here comes another one. Get on with it.
Okay, I have one more for you. Why didn't Han Solo like his steak?
Why did Han Solo like his?
No, why did Han? Oh, that's different. Why did Han Solo not like his steak?
Not like his steak. This has got to be something with Chewbacca in it. Got to be.
Damn
I'm
it.
thinking something with his hand. It was Chewbacca?
Go
No,
on, then.
okay, here's the joke. Why did Han Solo not like his steak? The answer is because it was chewy.
Oh.
See, I knew I had something to do with
Yeah, that's what I'm like,
Chewbacca.
wow,
Yeah.
that was close enough that was a win. That's a win, anime girl.
That's showing my credentials as being a sci-fi freak. Comes to sci-fi, yeah, not bad. They're not bad. I like my Star Wars. I like my Star Trek. I like my Forbidden Planet. That's cool. That's one cool film.
That film, for the audience that it was directed to or at, that was that was excellent storytelling. The whole concept that, okay, well, I don't want to ruin it for folks, but Forbidden Planet, well, you all know what I'm alluding to, the concept of those that were, well, no longer there, for lack of a better word.
But it's fact that Leslie Nielsen's in it.
Playing it straight, yes.
Straight as a die.
A dramatic actor. He was a good dramatic actor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right. He was always, but it seems like a lot of these dramatic actors can do comedy, just like vice versa. I mean,
yes.
I mean, just think. I mean,
Patrick Stewart's quite good at it. I know, surprisingly enough, and he's Shakespearean trained.
No, who's that?
Patrick Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
Played Picard.
Yes.
I mean, he's Shakespearean trained, and yet you get him going, and he's quite good.
He had his own show, and for the life of me, I can't think of the stupid name of it at the moment. But man, he was dirty.
Are you talking? Oh, because I know he was doing a Christmas. I think it was a Christmas Story or a Christmas Carol. I know he would do that during Christmas here in the United States. I went to see him in Los Angeles on stage. I guess he was doing a Christmas Carol, his version.
No, I'm talking actually about it wasn't a stand-up routine that he was doing. It was a television show.
Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yes, that was dirty as all get out.
That was so funny. Remember, Q? I'm looking for a John Luck Pickard.
Oh, I know. That was horrible.
Oh, my God.
I love John Delancey. I swear to God, I worship at his feet. He's so awesome.
John Luck Pickard. That was funny. Jeez. Oh, my God.
Some of them can be quite cool. I mean, we have an actor over here called Derek Jacobi, another Shakespearean trained actor. But when he starts on the comedy, he will leave you in absolute kinks with laughter because he comes out with the most weirdest things at the strangest times, and they just hit your funny bone and keep you going. I mean, you think of him as a dead straight actor, but he can turn on this comedy tap, and it's perfect. Oh, yeah, a good one. Please, I interrupted you, Roger.
No, not at all. I'm going to have to figure it out again. But I think I have it. Why did the Mexican take anti-anxiety medication?
Anti-anxiety medicine?
Yeah.
Probably somebody nicked his tequila or something.
For Hispanic attacks.
Come
on, Liz. Come on.
That is definitely playing the race card there, Mr. Noriega.
Yeah, I agree. And I wasn't paying attention to that because that Patrick Stewart show was driving me nuts. I had to go look it up. Blunt Talk was what he was in. That was very, very dirty.
Okay. I'd say I've come across that one, Liz.
Yeah, if you watch it, you'll be rolling in hysterics.
Fair enough. I like it. Well, I do want to tell you that this morning I was having an argument with Facebook. That's why I was a bit distracted.
Did you
Apparently,
win?
we won. I appealed it because of all the channels. NDB Media was taken off air, and it was because of the action of Shoot the Skunk went against their guidelines. But I find it amusing that it didn't move on Trekking Across the Universe. It didn't move on Voyager Virtual Series. It didn't move on Star Trek Star's End. It didn't move on any of the other Facebook accounts. But on NDB Media, it was taken off air because of the hate and action of shooting a skunk. So it goes
Oh
against
God.
community guidelines.
Oh
Well,
my
I just got
goodness.
the notice a moment ago that, oh, we're sorry. So the restriction has been removed.
At
Wow.
least you won one of them. I never do when I go up against them,
Oh,
especially.
sometimes
Ugh.
it takes a while, but I do win. But do you know what is so funny? Liz, have you ever been in what they call Facebook jail?
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes. I'm a routine felon.
Anime girl, have you been? I no, I don't think you've been in Facebook jail. Almighty, do I have to ask?
Well, I mean, when I first got on, I made it into a little bit of a jail situation.
It makes me laugh because almost everyone I know has been in Facebook jail. And knowing how I am, knowing how what you know, I have never been in Facebook jail. And
I hate
people,
you.
okay, do you know why? Do you know why I've never been in Facebook jail?
Because you're too lily white.
Whoa, no, no,
Oh,
no.
jeez.
It's because of the highfalutin language that I use when I insult people.
Ah,
I've noticed that I will say abhorrent things, but I say it like that. I don't tell people to F off. I say you're abhorrent, you're what I use these multi-syllabic words that Facebook doesn't understand. Because how
I,
is it that
I,
I've never been in Facebook jail?
I got
Never.
in trouble. Yeah, I got in trouble because there was a rather heated discussion about human rights,
Oh,
and
someone just filed against you. That's what it was.
yeah, there was a human rights thing, and I flicked up a picture of the Nuremberg rally and said, "This is what happens when you suppress human rights."
Yep.
And lo and behold, Facebook turned around and went, "That is hate speech." Boom,
Yep.
it was off,
Yep.
just like that. You
I've
know,
had that happen to me multiple times with different things.
but it's true. What I said was true. You want to
Oh, it
suppress
was true.
human rights? Take a look at that photograph because that's what happens.
Ooh.
But
Oh,
Facebook said,
Ooh.
they've been coming after me over stuff that I've done years ago. And I posted, and this aggravates me, that they've gotten 2 or 3 posts like this, that they have found pictures that I have posted regarding stopping veteran suicide. And I have one picture that has been put up several times, and it is basically a veteran looking into the mirror. As he looks into the mirror, he sees himself in full gear, the whole bit, ready to deploy. But yet, the reality of him standing in front of the mirror is he's got a gun to his head, a bottle of pills, and a bottle of booze. And I forget what the quote is on it, but it says Facebook had wound up saying, "Oh no, I was promoting violence and harm." And it's like, do you ever bother to actually take a look at the
I
picture before you
don't.
put it down?
I don't. Was it an instant claim or it was after the fact? Because if it was
It was
after the
after.
fact, someone filed against you.
Oh
"Yeah,
yeah, I have multiple. I have multiple. That they've come back
I'm
and
sorry,
filed it
Liz. You
multiple
had
times.
multiple. I'm sorry. Would you please
Multiple.
clarify that?
I've had multiple different posts like that that have come back out that I've done over the years, and they give me issues.
Okay, very good recovery, Liz, because you killed it. Because I
Oh,
was like, I've had multiple. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? You've had multiple what?
I actually had a post about the Dalai Lama taken down by Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, apparently Dalai
He read
Lama
it.
was inciting racial hatred and religious intolerance.
It could have been someone from China that saw the image and just it's automatic. there are many people that are surfing Facebook now, which if you say anything against the CCP or against China in general, they're filing complaints. And if
Yeah,
it's Dalai Lama, chances are very good it was someone from China that just will not tolerate that stuff.
yeah. Well, hey ho.
Hey ho! Hey, I guess
Hey
that's what we
ho.
have in common.
Things being as things are, I don't. I try not to bite anymore when it comes to things like that.
Yeah.
But other things now have gotten involved with it. We all know that Twitter and Facebook are owned by the same corporation, but Snapchat and some of the others aren't, and especially like TikTok. My nephew got his stuff, his whole site taken down because he had posted a certain. Ow! Who was that?
Who did? It was Richard.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was me.
No, it
It was
It was
me.
you?
Yeah, because I've just
God.
got onto Facebook and it's saying on Facebook that we were live an hour ago.
Yeah, we were, but all
Yeah.
the other pages are up.
Yeah, I got my page back from YouTube.
So according to Facebook, we are no longer live.
On NDB, but we have the that. Oh, for the love of God!
Don't repeat it. We
I'm not.
understood you.
I'm
No, I
not
got
going
it.
to.
I got it. I just, I find it weird that they can turn around and
Oh
turn
yeah,
around and say,
it's what they
you ain't
do,
live.
and then they ruin it for all of us.
Yeah.
You guys can go to hell. That's what live internet is. Oh my God, I'm stepping on my iPhone cord. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is October 1st, 2023. It's 7:17 a.m. out here on the Pacific Coast. Thank you for joining us on Shoot the Skunk. It is our morning entertainment program here on NDB Media. And I do apologize if my co-hosts are laughing when I slow down and give the name of the title. Not once, but twice. Oh, I blew it.
Okay.
You're getting good at that, boy. You're getting good at that.
Yeah, well, it's only a program, so it's all artificial. So go figure.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Let us know who you are and where you hail from, and thank you. And I'm going to pass the con over to Richard for a moment.
What?
Because apparently when I came out over here in the morning, I did not bring my hallucinogens. I'm sorry, I mean my pharmaceuticals. So I will be back which is one of the same, quite frankly. Be right back.
Okay.
Well, there he goes. He left us. So anime, anime girl.
Yes. Almighty. What can I diddle you for?
Excuse me?
What?
Would you mind repeating that, anime girl? Because that's definitely, I'm sure, not what I heard you say.
What did you think I said?
Excuse me, but what could I diddle you for?
That's correct. That's what I said.
Yeah, it has a double connotation, my dear.
Yes, I know it does, dear. That's why I said it.
God.
I'm being brave this morning. Anyway, Almighty, yes, sir. What do you require of me, sir?
About, that you and Roger talked about doing a history thing, and have you and Roger discussed that any further?
No, we have not.
Okay, that's simple enough.
We have thought about it, but history for some can be a very dry subject, and I suppose it would take a certain amount of our audience to enjoy that sort of thing.
Well,
That's
do you
why-
think they enjoy this?
I don't know. I honestly don't. This has certain moments in it that have what you can call light relief. I mean, you start talking strictly about history, and it as I said, it can get dry, and there are not a lot of jokes in history. So,
True, true.
And the audience for this is not the sort of audience that would sit and listen to history or either the First, Second, or any other war.
there's a lot of other things in history besides that we could talk about besides the wars. I mean, think about some of our huge disasters that we've had happen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
They're not exactly cheerful either, though, are they?
no, they're not. But I think there are certain points in history that have derived how we've come to other things.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Look at the Triangle Fire. The Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. That it's a subject that's very important to me on how it changed with different things and the different regulations.
yeah. I mean, Titanic, Hindenburg.
No, don't get me started. Don't get me started on Titanic, or I'll bore you to death.
Did that movie make you cry then?
Or the Hindenburg.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, Hindenburg changed a lot of rules and regulations.
Oh, it did.
So you've got all that sort of thing going down. So, yeah, I get where you're coming from. I understand that one fully. I didn't realize you were into that subject, Liz.
Yeah, heavily with some of them, very heavily. In fact, with the Titanic, I have researched her for over 40 years.
Oh,
yeah.
I have transcripts from both the UK trial and the American trial here. Different research and different aspects, different things that have been done, interviews with the families. So
that's cool.
I have my opinions on the Titanic, but they are strictly my opinions, and they're not based on any facts that.
No, you think she was swapped out with her sister ship then?
Oh, that's just conspiracy. That's a damn conspiracy. The Britannic sank as a hospital ship, and the other sister just kept right on going. They weren't swapped out. No way. Do you believe they were swapped out?
I honestly don't know. And in truth, if you think about it, even if they did, the damage that was originally done to the Olympic, if it had been switched out, I don't think it would have made much of a difference when the iceberg hit, considering the more knowledge that we have of exactly what happened. And it wasn't just, the iceberg scraping that hole along under the waterline. There was more damage underneath completely that ripped out a whole section of the hull down underneath that we didn't even know about up until about a few years ago. It was about 5 years
they
ago.
also reckon that there was a coal fire in one of the bunkers.
There was a coal fire on board her for 3 days before she left Southampton.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's going to weaken any plates on any ship of that era.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I also believe the fact that that the whole tragedy happened simply because Smith decided he wanted to get across the Atlantic as fast as possible.
He wanted to break that speed barrier and make sure she was in there, and they weren't paying attention. No. They had multiple reports of icebergs, and yet they increased their speed simply because they wanted to pretty much show off.
Yeah. Well, you're correct on that one. They did want to get there fast.
And also, Captain Smith had been involved in another wreck, not too soon before that. Titanic was supposed to be his last ship before he retired.
Well, it was that.
Yeah, he's still retired.
Yeah, he's still retired. It was his last ship. In more ways than one. But, I mean, okay, you wanted to get across the Atlantic, take the blue ribbon, be the best, but, I mean, common sense dictates if you've got large blocks of ice bobbing around in front of you, the last thing you require is to go headlong into one, because you're going to lose every time.
And I don't think it helped either that the rivets were so badly manufactured. They had way too much slate in them to begin with, before they ever even started to assemble her. So, you start with the original weakness, then you had the fire on board. Then you had the idiocy of trying to, win the speed race.
Yeah.
I
What are we
mean, they
talking
want
about?
they wanted to be the Titanic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Boy, we lost his interest real fast.
no, I'm listening. I was trying to
Okay.
contemplate. Do you guys know how long 2 minutes really is?
Yeah, it's 2 minutes long.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, it's 120 seconds, dumbass.
Yeah, well,
I really thought you were going to say that.
yeah,
I
that
went and
screwed you over then, didn't it, dumbass?
well, you're a part of the family right now, so watch it. So anyway, I heated my water. I took 2 minutes and I had my coffee and I went for Café de la Olla. I'm going to show you a picture of it. It is a Latin brand of how you make coffee. Oh, man. I am awake just on the aroma. So I apologize. I'm going to get the cream and sugar in there right now. Please
Ooh.
continue on the Titanic right now. I'm enthralled.
Well, you ain't going to get far being connected to the computer with your headphones, are you?
At least he didn't ask me to give him the milk for the coffee. You know, the cream.
Yes, I suppose there is that. There is that.
Jeez.
He's thinking about it. Look. It's there.
I mean, because of what Almighty said, he's like, "Jeez."
Well, I didn't know that she was still capable of that, but yeah, it's cool.
I'm sorry. Are we talking about milch cows all over again?
Oh yes.
We're talking about a different thing, Roger.
Oh, whoa! Almighty does not know what we're talking about.
No, he doesn't.
Actually,
I never
it's
do.
the three of us, Almighty, on that one. Actually,
I never do.
Almighty, we're so happy you were here, but we, over the last 2 weeks, we went hardcore on both episodes on some historical stuff, which was awesome. That's why Anime Girl and I, when we were thinking about it, she's like, Anime Girl was like, dude, oh, damn it, I gotta turn that off. Dude, let's just do the program. Let's just do the program. I'm sorry, Anime Girl. I lost myself there for a moment.
No, you carry on.
I've got to get some things right. Anyway, I'm dying to get the coffee, so I will
go.
I don't know what to do.
Carry on. Carry on as you were saying, Liz.
I lost where my train of thought was, other than
you're describing the rivets and the
oh yeah, with the rivets, yeah, because they were already of poor quality to begin with because they were manufactured with so much slate in them, so it made them very brittle. You add the fire on top of that, which even makes it more brittle.
Yeah.
Then you head out, and like I said, it was already burning for 3 days before it ever left Southampton. Then you add the speed race on top of it. It just was a disaster from the get-go.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was literally a catalogue of errors that ended in the ultimate tragedy.
And if even one of those errors had not been done, who's to say what would have happened?
Well, I always reckon that
here we go again.
If you'd given the lookouts the binoculars they required,
correct,
they would have seen the berg way before they did.
True, but also the fact that the sea was so smooth, you couldn't see it. The waves breaking off.
Yes.
Yeah, of breaking off the of the iceberg. They would have even with no, shut up. Even without the breaking against the iceberg, even
rippling.
without.
Hello.
Oh, I'm here. I'm waiting until he gets it out of his system before I go on.
No, you're saying the breaking of the water. It's called rippling when it's on an iceberg. I know.
You on about the actual waves hitting the bottom of the iceberg?
Yes.
Does that mean?
I get it. It's all right. We've got two Philistines who obviously.
Yes, I know. Why do I have a feeling when I was giving some of these speeches, because I would come in and do some speeches and stuff for my kids' classes and different things, he would be the one parent that would have been in the back of the auditorium heckling me.
In another life, yes.
That's what I find scary.
That's true. That is true.
Damn it. Collecting all of my pharmaceuticals is annoying.
I tend to drop mine when I think I've actually taken them.
Well, I only take 3 in the morning, and I take 2 in the evening, and then several are as needed. So,
I rattle when I move. I take so many.
there was a meme by this young lady. I forget her name, but she said, "I know the reason. Cut the conspiracy theories, get rid of everything." And she's like in her teens, maybe she's 19 or 20 now. And this was on Instagram, and I don't know if I have it, but she was a beautiful soul. She said, "Don't believe anyone else. I know exactly what sank the Titanic." And then she shows a picture. She says, "It was this man." And it's the guy who's on the crow's nest in the movie of Titanic. She says, "My dad." And it was her. It was the real actor's daughter.
Oh, that's good.
I'm sorry. That was funny. She goes, "This man, my dad." I'm sorry. I know you guys are having a serious conversation, but I thought that was cool. If I see it again, I will show it to you guys. That one was funny. Because and then it shows him like right next to them with the picture. Like, what? As an older man. That was real. That was a great image. I love that one. I'm glad he was willing to play along on that. That was cool. But I am sorry. So how long did the fire last? You were saying it was 3 days?
3 days before they left Southampton, it was
I
burning.
knew that there was a fire on the boat, but I didn't know it went 3 days.
Think about it though. When you're in the coal room
I'm asking you.
itself, when they were in the coal room itself, coal burns, even though you might not be able to see it on top, down underneath. It's almost like real heavy moss and stuff that grows in the Everglades, where you get those really bad Everglade fires. It's buried down deep, deep, deep in the peat. Well, the same thing with the coal. It's buried down very deep, and you don't maybe see it when you're just looking on the surface or shoveling, but that fire is already buried deep in the coals and continues to burn.
That
See, the
happened
thing-
in a city in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
A little town.
You and I, Centralia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's going to be burning forever.
Yeah.
I think we will talk about that in a future episode. That will be my homework assignment. I will do a
I
little
seen a
spiel
documentary
Centralia.
on that, and it was like pretty interesting. I mean, it's like not the only one, but it's like holy.
Do you know
crap.
that is still burning today?
Yeah, it's going to burn forever, and it's
But I mean,
underground.
if you think about coal on ships, a lot of the early coal-fired ships exploded
Coilers?
simply because of the coal dust. People do
Exactly.
not realize how dangerous coal dust is when it's in the air and you get a heat source that explodes. That will take out the sides of the ship. It will
Oh,
blow
yeah.
it to pieces. So simple. People don't realize how dangerous coal is. Not just with the crap that comes off when you burn it, but loud resounding blinding flash and a puff of smoke, and there you are. You're sitting on a cork in the middle of the ocean.
A lot of the old coal mines, it wasn't because of cave-ins or other things. It was simply, like you said, explosions underground. Same
Yeah.
difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Speaking of explosions underground, I have a blood test tomorrow at 7 a.m. That means I'm going to have to go after about 7 p.m. tonight. I'm going to have to go on,
NPO.
what's that called? Yeah.
NPO.
Yeah.
Nothing by mouth.
Yeah. Oh, huh.
Uh-oh.
Someone just sent me a message somewhere. Oh,
Not me.
Bobby. Hi, Bobby Nash. I'm going to send him the link, and who knows, maybe he'll join us right now.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yes. So he sent me an image right now. Live right now. Shoot the skunk.
Live from who knows where.
From the digital domains
Hey, that works.
of NDB Media. So
Yeah, but can you do that in a Saturday Night Live?
I don't know.
voice?
Can I?
It's
Yes,
not a may
I'm
I,
being
it's a will you.
yes, that's why I said I'm being a Nazi grammar SOB right now. And the funny thing is, people believe that my grammar is like spot on, and it's like, no, I. You've caught me on air where I will say something like, "Oh, wait a minute, no, I think Sister Pauline Therese is rolling in her grave, or Sister Mary Sean is yelling at me from the grave," and I know Anime Girl bites, one's lip because he's like, "Oh, these damn colonials, they think they know English."
You know the one phrase that the Americans use that
One,
really, the one way they come out with it and it really bugs me.
you know.
Yeah. Well, besides that is when you drag something or
Oh
something is
yes,
dragged. The Yanks have this wonderful, delightful way of saying we drug it out.
yes.
Oh, that is so annoying. I mean, what the hell? Where the hell did that come from?
I believe dragged is incorrect for us,
So's
and
drugged.
it's drug. Yes.
No, it ain't. Drug means you bloody doped somebody up with illegal bloody chemicals.
Refrain. Refrain.
I'm not singing a song. Go away, man.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about that, Almighty. We went off 2 weeks ago on Lexicon, and that was fun. That was
Yeah,
fun. That's why we're not planning anything, Almighty. It's just wherever the conversation takes us.
yeah.
Actually, didn't we talk about having a word every Sunday?
We were going to try for one, yes, but
Yes.
I got to be honest and say I lost out this week because I had other things going
How
on in my
is the
life.
situation? You all right?
Yeah. So unfortunately, my hunting for the word sort of sailed away.
No,
But I will
he's all
try.
right.
I will try. I don't know. I introduced Liz to the words meadow lady. She seemed to like them.
Meadow
Yes,
lady.
I'm
Is that
chomping
what
on
we're
my grass.
I wondered what the sound was. I didn't wish to say. Like I said on Facebook, Liz, happiness is a fuzzy cow. Ain't it? I put it up on
Yeah,
Facebook for you.
fuzzy cows are fun to love and hold and pet and kiss.
Okay.
So she sent me a.
Oh, damn it.
She,
I put it in the chat, the public chat. So I already have a word. There you go. Now, the game part of it is use it in a sentence. That's the way we should play the game. The word is profligate,
Oh,
but I also put the definition in there as well. Recklessly extravagant.
Okay. Yeah.
You weren't impressed with that word.
I actually read it differently. I misread it.
Oh, but at least you didn't misremember.
Well, yeah.
That's a baseball thing. That's Roger Clemens. My buddy here, the Yankee lefty, I forget his name. Oh well, he misremembers.
Yeah, that's pure Americanism. That is a pure Americanism. That is. Like, there's so many words that the Americans seem to add to, and you think,
Well,
no, that's not how you do it.
I think Elizabeth and Almighty will agree with me on this one. Misremember was never used. No one ever used that until Roger Clemens used it in a hearing, and now the word misremembers has entered our lexicon, and
I would tend to agree. Yeah.
it's disgusting. It's the very height of American lack thereof.
Well, I
Our
suppose
inherent stupidity.
I suppose in a way, after 200 years, you are sort of now developing your own language rather than taking and using the pure English language, which you were.
Oh my God! Did you hear that? That was almost Earth Hitler 1938. The purity of the language. You are bastardizing the purity. Oh, wow, wow.
Well, it's true.
So is this Aisha Earth October 2023?
Yeah. Today, the internet.
Oh, no, God, no,
the world.
no,
Oh my
no.
Yeah. I don't mind. Listen, I'm 66. I don't give a shit no more.
Look, we can act stupid on this when we're making fun of the fool. We don't make fun of what they did.
No.
We readily
no.
acknowledge that. No.
Oh, no.
We will make
cannot
fools of
fun.
ourselves.
You cannot make fun of places like Auschwitz, Bergen-Belsen, Dachau. You cannot make fun of that. I know. I've been there. Well, except for
my family was in the camps.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I ask which one?
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz. Oh, okay. That's the one I haven't been to.
Yeah.
Been to Bergen-Belsen?
When I was younger, I could not understand why my great grandfather had, and he was a young adult at the time. He wasn't, a young kid, but I could not understand as a young child why he would always insist on taking baths in Tide. It wasn't until I got a little bit older and I started discovering all the research that he had done on Hitler and all the pictures that he had developed, and then which got me into doing a lot of further research and for his numbers and everything else, because how he felt was so dirty and just the whole thing. It was the only way that he felt that he could get clean and not only scrub his mind but scrub his body was to basically take a bath in Tide, which was bleach based. It was the only thing that could clean. He felt that could clean him off.
I mean, what a lot of people don't realize that there was a very large anti-Nazi movement within Germany.
Oh yeah.
And there was, surprisingly, an anti-Hitler section within the German Army High Command. But it just did not work.
We discussed that briefly, yes.
Yeah.
Folks, I have the book, and I know we're going way off topic again, and we're actually being redundant on this one. But if you I have the book, and I don't want to show the image on screen because of the iconography on it.
Iconography, yeah. That's understandable.
But it is by William L. Shire, S-H-I.
I got the same book, Roger. I got the same book.
Yes. And
Rise and Fall.
Yes, thank you. The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. Folks, it is a significant read. It will take your time, but it is rare that a publication of a book by the peers, by the historical community, by the world acknowledged an incredible work of historical fact. It was within months to years, the book became the standard of the study of the rise and fall, because it was done right after, when they had access to all the files, everything. He did his homework. William L. Shire, I could equate him to Tom Clancy today. He was the inventor of the techno thriller, while William L. Shire was the inventor of the historical drama. He was painted on fact. It was based on fact. I'm probably still not getting it right, Aisha, and I'm sorry. But
I
his way of telling the story.
I was going to say, as regards to the subject matter that he covered, I would say yes. But to take a historical subject like that, I think Gibbons did it first with his Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire.
Okay.
But yes, Shearer did what he did with the rise and fall of the German Reich. Yes, there's no denying. It's a hell of a book, and it keeps you reading it all the way through. It is a good book.
Actually, is it? No, it's the Third Reich.
Yeah,
The
Third
rise
Reich.
and fall of the Third Reich.
Yes.
We might be sending them to a porn book, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, it's the
On on a different book for anybody who wants to start introducing history, some of this to our younger generation, as in who like cartoons and different things. There is a book that was just banned from most of the schools, and it's a cartoon version, but it's very good. It's called Musk,
Oh, you mean in the
Maus.
south of the United States? Yes, you're right.
Yes, which I won't even comment on. But it's by Art Spiegelman, and it is a wonderful version. It's basically a family of mice, but go through the same things that the humans went through regarding the whole history of it. And it's a great little book, especially like I said, to start out some of our younger generation with learning some of the history.
You mean the graphic
And to help,
novel?
yes, and to kind of help them understand it in the terms they can.
That came out what, in the 80s?
I'm not sure.
I find, unfortunately, there's a lot of revisionism being done to history.
92 came out in 92.
I was close, kind of.
Yeah, you were very close.
Yeah. He said it didn't say
You
50.
were.
Yeah, I mean, do
Yeah,
you find-
I think I had a copy or have a copy. I remember that because that was pretty popular in the whole fandom back then.
Oh yeah, I had to go pull out my copy when we were talking about this. But yeah,
Yeah. So it was a good read, I tell you that.
even as an adult, I still think, knowing the history, I still think it covers a lot of stuff that, you know.
Right. But that was back in the day when they actually made good stuff.
Yeah.
have you ever noticed how every generation does that?
What do we
What
do?
makes good stuff?
Every generation turns around and says, well, in the good old days, we made better stuff than today.
Oh,
No.
And I guarantee you, our forefathers did exactly the damn thing when they grew up and we were coming into the world, and we're going, yeah, this lot will never know the good old days when we were, at the
Well,
coal
it
face.
depends on what you mean by that. I mean, product wise, it's not as good as it used to be.
Well, no, I mean, these days we build in obsolescence, whereas in a lot of things.
You mean planned obsolescence? Yes.
Yeah. Whereas before,
well, today's it's this.
when you made something, you made it to last, and if it did break, you made it so that somebody could come along behind you, fix it, and put it back into service. Whereas
today we're just a throwaway society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at iPhone being the classic one. How many people can turn and say, "I've got an iPhone 1 that works"? Nobody.
Well,
I
actually,
refuse to get an iPhone.
Actually, if Steve Jobs would be alive today, those phones would still work.
Yeah. Well, I keep doing this, and I make no bones about it.
And there are people that still have their phones. Yes. Oh my goodness. Whoa, woman. Whoa, that's please, that imagery, that iconography, that's a phonosaurus. Be careful.
Yeah,
that's insulting.
I use it.
People are now triggered in the United States because of
Is that an IKEA?
That's an IKEA.
That's what I thought.
IKEA.
That's a
No,
Nokia.
that's a Nokia.
Nokia.
Yes, Nokia. And then there's then again I got that one as well. And the only difference between this one and that one is this one takes a photograph.
I need to go find my old flip phone.
Oh, here we go. Please.
The thing is, we can't see it because we can't see you.
Yes, and I don't want you to see me.
Why?
Listen.
Because I'd burn a hole.
It's her battle scars.
Wow.
I don't know if I can show my ugly mug on the boat race on here.
Oh, stop it. I have that, okay? It's obvious. I've been told my entire life I have a face for radio. So what? I'm doing StreamYard.
I think I have all of my phones in a drawer over the years.
My sister Alma, the nice one, she collected all of our phones, and she has them going back for like 30 years. And I'm gonna see if we can put them on the program. I have all the instruction manuals. I'm that guy. Actually, but oh, you know what? All kidding aside, do you see the TV back there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The instruction manuals are behind the TV. I'm not kidding. They are. Actually, that's not even a TV anymore. That's a monitor. When
Yeah.
It's a
my
paperweight.
assistant Claudia sits just to the left, so you can't see her chair. So, and that, by the way, is the box of the Java jackets. I don't think you know what a Java jacket is, anime girl, but
Probably
Almighty,
not.
Liz, do you know what a
Oh,
Java
yeah. Hang
jacket is?
on. That's the little round bit that you put on a cup.
Yes, that's correct.
Mhm.
So I'm
Yeah.
glad it's consistent across the pond. Anyway, that's the box of the Java jackets. Behind the Java jackets, that's where my assistant Claudia or Gmo will sit. But anyway, the client's kids are sitting like right there and they're looking up, and that's where we have Disney Plus or whatever. And let me tell you, it works. And that's where we keep them entertained while uh, we do business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna say that's funny because my printer looks like it's like a digital image, like it's been cut in half. But there's a box of French roast coffee. That's what it is. There it is, the cardboard. That's
Okay.
funny. It looks like the printer's been cut in half.
I've
It's
just
an
seen a
optical
rather.
delusion.
Yeah, I've just seen a rather risque joke on Facebook. I'm
Oh,
rather
please.
surprised you let
Ooh.
it through. I went to a party last night. When they played the twist, I did the twist. They played jump. I jumped. They played come on, Eileen, and I got kicked out for that one. Roger's biting his lip.
Mhm.
I'm sorry if there was one Eileen or three. Wow, poor Eileen. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I think that's
Oh,
what.
Almighty just got it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got it, but you keep adding to it.
Oh, wow. I'm thankful. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad thing.
Right. I thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean
I thought for
that could have been a bad situation for Eileen.
yeah, I mean for
She
Facebook, that's
probably
a
wouldn't
pretty
be,
risque.
it's crazy.
Actually, that's why it got by on Facebook because it's a complex story and
Yeah.
the AI on a lot of stuff doesn't get it. So that's one reason why I never get nailed or ever get, well, yeah, that too, but in Facebook, I'm never in face jail. Did you? That's funny. Uh, got the little squeal out of you, Elizabeth.
Something better do it this morning.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! I almost spit out the coffee. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna. Now she's really gagging on it right now, so it's all good.
What'd you
I'm
just
dying
say?
to tell. What's that?
What'd you just say?
Yeah, I know. I just said it. Thank God. I almost got away with it. Yeah, she's gagging on it right now.
No, I'm trying to breathe.
Yeah.
God.
Do you think that was going to get by me?
Oh, that other comment though didn't help on top of
Yeah,
it.
I know. The second I said it, I'm like, uh-oh. I just tried to go on and Almighty got me on it. Do you know what is funny, Almighty? Do you know what a lot of people don't get? And I don't know if Aisha's even got this one, but whenever I'm speaking to a female and they'll like prove me wrong or they'll do something, I will say, and they don't bat an eye, they don't get it. You say, wow, I just got bitch slapped. And I've said that on air to women, and they never react to it. You've heard me say it, huh?
You said it to me before now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to just bitch slap me, and I think, "Mm,
Well, you did. A lot of people don't. And I'm very judicious when I say that, but I've gotten away with it so many times. We're like, hey, did I just get bitch slapped? I know I did that to Big Dog one time, and obviously he didn't get it, and it was funny. But Big Dog did something. I said, wow, I guess I just got bitch slapped. And I even said it in that tone. Oh, it was
Yeah.
funny. Look,
Yeah, well, I try hard not to bitch slap people, but there are the odd occasions when you just have to take somebody by the neck and squeeze gently and say, "Listen to me."
yes, I would squeal right now because my neck hurts so much, but not like Elizabeth though. I mean, that was a squeal. So, are we gonna have to go from
Would it be
cow
like on
to?
Deliverance? It's go like a pig.
Hey, I'm a cow, not a pig.
I'm talking to Roger.
I was just. Did you see what I was doing? I'm like.
I was waiting. I was waiting. I knew there was something coming down the line. I thought, keep going, Richard. You're just going to get bitch slapped. Then you were.
But I'm glad Elizabeth came to the fore. Yeah, folks, we are using a lot of phrases right now that no one is going to understand.
We have
Okay.
our own. We have our own lexicon between us.
We do.
Somehow.
And do you know what I compare this to? Have you all seen Die Hard?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Well, I
one?
would hope so.
The first one. The first one.
Oh, the Christmas movie? Yeah.
Yes, the Christmas movie. Yes.
It is not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It happens around Christmas.
I don't
Christmas.
care. It's
Yeah.
not a Christmas movie.
He saves Christmas for those people.
No, he
Okay.
saves the building. He saves the people. It just
All
happens
right,
to occur
Bruce
during.
Willa.
Yep. He saves Christmas.
40-30. Your service, Almighty.
What's that?
That's it. 40-30.
It's a Christmas movie. He saved
is not a Christmas
everyone.
movie.
I'm repeating it. It happens during Christmas. The entire world acknowledges it's a Christmas movie. And it's like a Christmas story happens during Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. Independence Day happens on July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's an American holiday. It's when they happen. Independence Day is not a Christmas movie. It's a 4th of July movie. Bruce Willis. Okay.
So, okay,
it's a Christmas
what's
Eve story.
So what's Good Morning Vietnam?
I don't know, but do you know that
A
when
classic.
yes.
There
Do
you go.
do you know that when my homage to Robin Williams is how I begin sports talk with the guys?
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same. I worked on it for years to get it as close as I could. My homage to Bruce Willis, to Robin Williams, is my intro on sports talk with the guys.
You do it rather well.
That's very kind of you, because I could never ever imitate that man, and yet, oh man, I I think I was like with many of the world. I loved Robin Williams.
You
Yeah.
actually accused me of sounding like Robin Williams when you did Mrs. Doubtfire.
You do though. I love the way you accuse me of. I've said that too.
You did. You turned around and you said, Robin Williams.
Yes.
No, I was talking Scottish. I wasn't being Mrs. Doubtfire, but instantly you went, Robin Williams.
Folks, when you look at Robin Williams movies, especially Mrs. Doubtfire, and I think I talked about this on another program. If you have a chance, look at it again. When he's doing his jokes and he's doing a lot of his stuff, you'll notice that the camera sits on top of the actor that he's playing against. And if you look closely, they can never do a shot where both of them are in scene, because the actor that he's playing against, they cannot hold it together. They're dying laughing. If you look at Pierce Brosnan when he is sitting with Robin Williams at dinner, look carefully. Pierce Brosnan is barely holding it together because he's killing him. He's just making him laugh. When Mrs. Seltzer is, opposite him and he's doing, what do you mean you do voices? I do voices. And then he goes crazy. When you look at Mrs. Seltzer, she's in the foreground. Look very carefully. She is trembling because she's trying to keep it together. And it's the incredible energy, the humor that man has. Did you know that in the movie Aladdin, he did not record to video. He did the voiceover and they drew everything based on his performance. That's not the way animation is done.
No, not normally.
No. And
It's like,
that a lot of people don't know that. Robin Williams did what he did. And did you know that for Aladdin, he has like 10 to 12 hours of material that we'll never ever hear?
I'd love to get the outtakes for Mrs. Doubtfire and some of his other films because
Oh,
they must be absolutely hilarious to watch.
yeah.
You think about it. I mean,
Yeah.
the outtakes for Mork and Mindy. You get some of the outtakes for Mork and Mindy. They just something
they're
is
great.
said, especially by Robin. Something is said, and that is it for the next half an hour. The complete cast and crew are useless.
Robin Williams was not one of he was the rare generational talent. The once in a generation. That was him. The one that preceded him, probably the greatest female comedian of all time.
Carol
Lucille
Or
Burnett.
Ball.
I don't even want to say comedian, but who's that?
Lucille
Lucille
Ball or
Ball.
Carol Burnett.
Yes. Do you guys know that the Lucy show, I Love Lucy, holds the record as being translated into the most languages?
No, I didn't know that.
I had heard that somewhere.
Yes. I Love Lucy. And the beauty of I Love Lucy is when you look at the barest stuff, there's no translation required. When she is doing her shenanigans, you don't have to translate. That is the pureness of her humor. She was just unreal.
But it's hard to believe that between her and Desilu Studios, her studio, we wouldn't have things like Star Trek.
Yes.
No, we
Mission
would not.
Impossible, Mannix,
Yeah.
Gomer Pyle. Oh, wait. No, not
No,
Gomer
not
Pyle.
Gomer
That was someone
Pyle.
else. Yeah, that was someone else.
No.
But
I
even
I saw Gomer Pyle once. I'm afraid my favorite American comedy stroke forces comedy, believe it or not, was F Troop.
Oh,
I used to love F Troop.
thank you for reminding me. I miss F Troop.
I do. I do. I used to love F Troop. Hogan's Heroes never done it for me, but F Troop, yes.
Oh, I loved Hogan's Heroes, but F Troop was good.
Yeah.
The only bit about Hogan's Heroes I can remember is Sergeant Schultz.
Oh, Schultze.
Yeah,
I
Sergeant
know
Schultz.
nothing. I know. Talk about being typecast. My God.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is it, Colonel Hogan? You want me to? I know nothing. I know nothing. And he'd walk away.
now there's something about the Colonel Klink.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot in that individual, and I'm gonna have to look it up. I was amazed when I learned it, or when I read it, I should say. And I'm gonna bring it to the program. I'm gonna find it again. I forget the gentleman's name, but Colonel Klink, he was really cool too. I mean, to have to
Wilmer,
play
was
that
it?
part opposite,
Wilmer.
Hogan.
Pardon, Almighty?
Wilhelm, wasn't it? First name? I can't remember. I think
I,
it started with a
Yeah,
W.
It was Wilhelm something. I can't think of that
I
either.
think so. Yes.
Something like that. I mean, because, Hogan.
Those were staples.
You know what's crazy is I'm actually rewatching the series at the moment, and I can't think of his name. Does that start with an S?
IMDb.com.
Werner Klemper.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
the guy. Werner
I'm-
Klemper.
Yes, I'm gonna look it up because there was some creative stuff that I had no way of knowing. It wasn't even something that I by reading about. No, this was way out there, and I was stunned. So I'm gonna find it and have it for next week on him. It was impressive. It was really good stuff. It surprised me, and it had to do with the role he played on Hogan's Heroes. So, I'm gonna look that up and have it for next time. But yes, you mentioned it. I think one of the best homages was on Enterprise in the episode Carbon Creek when the Vulcan said, "No, tonight I Love Lucy is on." That was beautiful. That
Well,
was beautiful.
I just read here that he was originally of Jewish birth.
I think that's part of it. Yes, yes. And there's more to it, but yes, that's
Yeah.
part of it. Thank you for reminding me.
But he also says here he supplied his own uniforms.
Yes.
So there you go.
And I believe he lost family.
Probably.
Yes, it's unreal knowing what he had to do, what his thing was, and what he had to do. Do you know? I remember when the movie Schindler's List was out, and people were telling me because of my love of history, was like, "Oh my God, you have to go see Schindler's List." Like, I'm sorry, why? Well, oh, it's because of what happens, and you learn. And I was like,
We already know.
you're learning your history from a movie. See, this was a stuck-up Roger. I would say, look, I know Schindler. Okay, I didn't mean that. I know the story of Schindler, but there were hundreds of other people. And this is not to degrade or debase or diminish what he did, but he wasn't the only one. And we need to know their names too. There was this criminal, and I'm going to find his information too. He was a petty thief, and he was doing so. I think he was from Spain, and he got caught in Austria during the war, and somehow he was able to fake the credentials of having diplomatic cover from Spain, and he was a petty criminal, and he started to use that cover to get people out, and he was so successful at it that Himmler himself basically went up to him and said, "I know what you're doing. Today we are allies. That won't be forever." And he was talking about allies with Spain. And he says, "Do what you're doing now, but we'll get you."
Well, I
Can
just
you
read here.
imagine standing up to the monster itself? God.
I just read here that the actor that played Colonel Klink was actually based in Pearl Harbor during the war.
There is a lot to that man. It's just
Hell of a lot. I didn't realize that. He was
yes,
actually in
and
Pearl Harbor during the war.
it is amazing what, and I didn't know any of that. And you're finding it right by just reading it. Someone did a video on YouTube regarding it, and I, out of curiosity, fact checked it, and I was like, "Wow, what a
Yeah.
story!
It's
What a
unbelievable when you read
story!"
it.
Yes, this man there's a lot behind him,
Oh yeah.
and I don't want to steal from the person that did their work. I'm gonna find the
No.
video. I'm gonna ask everyone to watch it, but we will talk about it. So, Almighty, what's going on? Are you giving yourself a massage this early in the morning?
Yeah, I am.
Ooh,
Luckily, you can't see that. I mean, anyway. Yeah.
Ooh,
You lucky,
skin,
you
skin.
lucky punk. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, good morning. It's October 1st, 2023. It's 8:08 a.m. here on Shoot the Skunk on NDB Media. It is our regular Sunday morning. It has become our regular Sunday morning. I am so happy. We have Loath Cat, otherwise known as Elizabeth, otherwise known as NorCal Girl, and it looks like we're also going to be calling her Cowgirl,
Say it.
Reverse Cargirl,
Meadow Lady.
Not reverse.
Meadow
Oh,
Lady. Yes, there it is.
okay, hang
She's
on a second,
also
Roger.
she's
You
also
need to
known as.
clarify.
Go
You
ahead.
need to clarify something. Did you just say reverse
I messed,
call girl?
I messed up. I messed up.
Call girl.
That's
She-
why I was trying to speak over fast because I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I said it. Reverse Cowgirl. But it is Meadow Lady. I actually do like that one. You may be Meadow Lady here, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, but she also likes Tokyo missiles.
Oh God.
That's right. That's right. So
Ah,
Oh dear.
Off to
Like,
my
I
right.
guess he plans on facing Godzilla at some time.
You know what? We're gonna have to
Um,
talk about those movies. I think we're all fans of the Godzilla movies. We're gonna have to add that.
yes.
We're gonna have to be talking anime too. Anime girl, I'm gonna ask for you to set up a segment to talk about anime so we can all be ready to go. That would be cool. That would be neat. And we can
How
do it in the
the
future.
only problem we got with that is
And I don't look at the anime that you suggest to look at.
no, don't behave, you bold-headed git. The problem we have is how can we talk about something when the other three people on screen, I don't actually. Well, one I know watches anime. The other two, I'm not sure of. It's a bit difficult to
I
discuss something
believe
if
they
you're
do.
not fully conversant with it.
I believe they do. But if we okay, I'm not going to talk about any criminal acts right now, but I will say that if we can find a service that has access to that, maybe NDB Media can cover a corporate account that we can all use to access it. I've done that in the past, seriously,
Yeah,
where I had a NDB Media account and I would tell the host, okay, here's your window. You can look at stuff that we're going to be talking about from here to here. And I've done that. And that when I hear my host say, well, I don't have access to this, I'm like, yeah, you do now.
yeah.
But they're
I mean,
coming down on
the strange thing when it comes to anime, and a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them. I know the very first anime I ever watched, and I actually have it behind me. The very first anime that I ever watched that actually took me into the world of Japanese anime, and I've got it right behind me.
Winnie the Pooh.
There it is. There. It's called Kashimashi Girl Meets Girl. And the strange thing is, in the very first episode, the main character gets killed.
Yeah.
But he's brought back to life as a member of the opposite sex. So he then has to relearn how to be a human and a girl at the same time.
How old is that series?
It's very early, I
Uh-huh.
would say very early 2000s.
Okay.
Very,
All right.
very early 2000s. Probably even
Oh.
late 90s.
So your love of anime started in the about then?
My love of anime started, I would say, about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, you're still a newbie.
That's when you
Yeah.
started making my life miserable.
Yeah, I'm a newbie, but I'm a newbie that I enjoy stuff like this.
My first introduction to anime, I don't know if it was Almighty's, I don't know if it was Liz as well, but when Star Blazers appeared on event television in the evening, it was called the Space Cruiser Yamato.
Yamato,
Yamato, yeah.
So, some people say Yamato, and I'm like, shut up. It's Yamato.
Yamato, yeah.
Yeah. That was my first anime. And it was
Well, my first anime as a kid was Astro Boy when I was in Hong Kong.
oh, Astro Boy. Yeah, that's very big.
Astro Boy.
Yeah.
That was my first one too, was Astro Boy, because you'd watch it on Sunday morning if you could catch it somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not. Liz,
yeah.
did you?
I didn't. I was never really a big fan of that. One of my first true loves, though, was Speed Racer,
That
which is
too.
actually originally came out of Japan.
Mhm.
Yeah, show off the Mach 5, please.
Oh, thank you. You knew what I was reaching for. Folks, this was given to me as a birthday present by none other than Gridiron Girl. And it's the Mach 5. Folks, when I drive my 2014 Nissan Maxima, the way the concave of the front, I told Gmo, I said, you realize we do have the Mach 5. We do. And it's the closest thing. And my daughter's always like, you know, because we had to cut back on some expenses and stuff. So when I get in the Maxima, You know the Maxima is a sports car.
Yeah, but does it have the power lift and the wheels to go over all the traffic?
Okay.
Don't you wish?
Margarita, that woman, did say that if she had her dithers, it would not be the Mach 5. It would be the Go Go Gadget Mobile.
God.
The one anime that
Right? Right? That
yeah,
was a cool car, man.
that was yeah.
But
The
go
one
ahead.
anime that I always tell people to watch. Whoa, catch it, boy. The one anime I always tell people to watch. If you want to learn about yours truly or people like yours truly, watch that one.
And what is that one, please?
This is Hurumasuku, known in America as Wandering Sun. When I show people that, I say, what do you see on the screen? What's on the front of this cover?
Japanese.
No, you've got a boy and a girl. But which is which?
I was referring to the language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you've got a boy and a girl. Which is which?
I don't know which is which.
Believe it or not, the one in the skirt is a boy.
Uh-huh.
The one in the trousers is a girl. That's what this anime is about. It's the only anime I've ever found that I know of that's been made about the subject.
I think Steve Martin did a movie like that many years ago.
The Jerk.
I need to get this one replaced. I've played it that often. It's now dead.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I know. I'm sorry, Liz. I messed it up. I know. Go ahead. That was I was playing the part.
Yeah, I know.
The Jerk.
This disc is now dead. It will not play.
Wow.
I played
My
it that
daughters obliterated 2 movies, and one of them was Father of the Bride.
Oh, I remember that film. I remember that film.
My daughter Ariel, that was her movie. And she played it constantly. That was our babysitter, Father of the Bride, with Steve Martin, no less. And when you think about movies and the type of comedies, Father of the Bride is harmless, is it not?
No, it is. It's
Yeah,
sweet.
it is now. Yeah.
Anyone can watch it. Anyone. And it's really a fun movie, Father of the Bride. The second movie was all right. And, the character that Martin Short plays, Frank Engelhofer, or whatever his name is, he is now suffering cancel culture because of that.
Why?
Because of the character that he plays. The designer. Everyone is saying that is insensitive. It is.
It's
somehow.
just,
Go ahead.
it's just humor. I mean, people need to get the stick out of their you know where.
Yeah.
Look, there was nothing in the news for people to attack, and someone read that Martin Short had retired from movies, and boom, that was enough. Then everything was directed at him for a short while.
I mean, it's like.
As a matter of fact, there was an article about Martin Short. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aisha. I'm going to find it. I'm going to get it to you. But article about his humor. Someone wrote about him that he's not funny. It was an op-ed in September.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the voice actor that played Abu in The Simpsons. That was what happened to him. Was for me despicable. It shouldn't have happened. There was no need for it.
Continue with that one because I vaguely remember right now, and this insensitive Latin guy.
We've lost Almighty.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, the voice actor that played Abu was actually a white guy. And because in the cartoon series he plays an Indian, they can't
culture appropriation.
Yeah, they told him that he could no longer play Abu, that he was being a racist. So he no longer plays Abu. I don't understand.
Acting is acting. You're taking on that persona, that character. It's not who the actor is.
No.
It's not saying that the actor who played it is saying that he's of Indian descent.
Do you know, I was so embarrassed for my culture. because there was a famous up and coming performer. Her name was Selena. I knew of her, incredibly talented, beautiful, voluptuous, the dream for most men, and I'm sure for some women as well. But she was about to break through to the English language, and her manager shot her dead over an argument over monies in the fan club. She had stolen money from the Selena fan club, and for Selena, her fans were everything. But when they came, she was of Mexican American descent. Our community lost its mind when the actress, who is of Puerto Rican descent, got to play her, and people were losing their mind because they're saying it should have been someone of Mexican American. And it was horrible, absolutely horrible. And when Zoe Saldana, yes, I know she's a mixture, but when she was given the role of Ahura, I see Zoe Saldana as more Latin than black, quite frankly. And I'm stupid, so I did not hear the black community have a cow over it.
No. No.
And I did my best to keep that in memory and share with people. I say, isn't it funny how basically someone of Latin descent is playing one of the preeminent or one of the Nichelle Nichols. Okay.
One of the pioneers.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Pioneers.
One of the
And
pioneers.
the black community did not lose its shit when Zoe Saldana. She's
Well,
half and half, basically. And
yeah,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
I'm being insensitive. Forgive me, but to make my point, they were adults about it. Nichelle
Well,
Nichols
exactly.
met Zoe. They got along very well. And my
But
culture, the Latin American culture, lost its shit when
when J-Lo played it.
J-Lo, and she was
Yep.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I know. And she
Or,
did
I'm
an
sorry,
amazing job with it.
incredible. And now it is beloved in the Latin community.
But the strange thing is, I mean,
Sad.
they mentioned the actor that played, or the voice actor that played Abu was
Yeah.
white, right? Now, have you ever seen the animated film Planet 51?
I have.
You have, right? What color is the astronaut? What ethnic group does he belong to, that astronaut?
I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it.
He's white,
Okay.
right?
Oh, that
But
movie.
who voices him? Who voices that white cartoon character?
I don't know.
Dwayne Johnson.
Oh,
Really?
that's right. Oh my God, that's right.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock,
And
the
Yeah.
wrestler.
and
Who
he
is
is a
not
definite
of the same
mixture.
ethnic origin as the character he's playing. So, excuse me, what is the difference?
Yeah, I don't understand. I thought you go with talent, and I thought that voice actors, by the very definition of what they do,
Yeah,
it's their ability to take on so many roles.
well, you just look at all this. All that is done by voice actors. You very rarely see them unless they come to cons and what have you. You very rarely hear about them. But in the business, they are sought after because they have such a range of talent with their voices. When you can get a 30-year-old woman to sound like a 12-year-old child, that is some talent to do that and do it well.
I believe I found it. I'm going to share it with my co-hosts, and I'm also going to put it in the chat room. This is the article I was talking about, and it is why we keep putting up with Martin Short. Now, I read the article, and surprisingly, Dan does comment both ways on him, but it is a commentary piece. And at the very end, he does make clear that to him, he is not funny for these reasons. But in the same article, he acknowledges other stuff that he did. But of course, no one reads the articles.
No.
They just shoot from the hip. I'm not going to say that Dan wrote a balanced article. I think it speaks for itself. But because he says, is the only murders in the building star a comic genius or the most annoying actor on earth? Obviously, he believes he is the most annoying actor on earth. And he gives his reason why. But intellectually, and this is as far as I'm going to go, he makes an argument for his opinion, which is kind of like a contradiction in terms, right? How do you intellectual, okay, well, whatever. I'll give him that. But I do not agree with it. And I most definitely do not agree with the uproar about it because most people did not read the article. Once you read it, then I believe you can comment on it. I've read it. Doesn't make me superior to anyone else. I just invite everyone else to read it. But since it's more than 15 seconds, most people will not read it because they'd rather watch an Instagram 15-second reel.
True. So,
But
looks
yeah,
like
At
Big
least
Dog
they're
ain't
not
going to
living
make it. And I wonder what
No,
happened to the Almighty. Do
I
we
don't
know?
know.
Do we know what happened to Almighty?
no, I don't know. But
Do we care?
over time, because where he's out, which we kind of make fun of, he's in the suburbs, but he's close to the country. They do lose power from time to time. It's funny. So
No.
Oh, wait
he's
a
not
minute,
the
wait a
only
minute,
one.
wait a minute. You guys pick on me, even though I live in the suburbs.
Here
And that, yes, here we go. I'm a nagging bee. You know that.
no, but I guess I'm determining that now.
Never mind. I'll be nice.
No, please carry on.
But you're being nice when?
I'm always nice.
Who is this?
I don't know. You invited her on.
Well, technically, I did not.
Liz.
Okay. On that one, I'll just exit stage right.
No. Come on. That one was good. Come on.
Yes, it was. It was.
Because, folks, all she has to do was say, look, you little bastard, I come with receipts. Here's the message from you on Facebook.
Yeah.
I did invite her. Come on. It was good.
It was.
Yeah. You invited 39% of our viewing audience to join us. What the hell were you thinking?
Yeah.
Yes, he's regretting that decision now.
No. Don't pull words out of my mouth. That's not what you... Oh, forget it. So anyway, we shall proceed. That was a bit delayed. That's funny.
He's regretting putting both of us on, to be honest, Liz.
Oh,
He's
he just
sitting
like
there now and he's thinking, if I didn't
True,
have these two bugging the shit out of me, I could do so much more with the program.
Well, that's funny, but no. I'm doing this because the idea came out to do it, and I'm committed to. I thought it was a good idea. I will say
Yes,
that
he's
in
committed.
past tense. I will say that in past tense. I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm committed. That's all I can say.
It's what am I
like I said, Anime Girl, he says he's committed. Yes, he needs to be.
Yes. Well, I think there's a few robbery rooms somewhere that we could find.
Do I need to be here for this?
No, you don't. But we'd like you to be
Who
there.
would we have to pick on?
Yeah. What would you do if we didn't pick on you? Because like Big Dog says, if we didn't pick on you, that means we didn't like you.
Yeah, I don't see it that way.
The more we pick on you shows how much we care and love you.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
All right. Well, given that opportunity and the aforementioned slamming my finger in a car door, I that option is still available to me.
Want me to hold the door open?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised.
oh dear.
All right. Do you want to play
This
war?
comes from I
play.
get more spicy. I'll show you spicy.
Yes. Well, whatever. We shall see.
That's why I wore my Spitfire t-shirt today, because I knew she was going to be a little Spitfire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. That's what we'll say.
I'm something that starts with an S, but I don't know if it's a Spitfire or not.
I'm not going to go there.
Mhm. Anyway, I have a question for Roger. Have you heard what's going on with the LA Metro and its expansion?
Yes, I am a gadfly when it comes to transportation here in Southern California. As a matter of fact, as an activist, I was involved in jamming the GO line through Southern Pasadena, through South Pasadena, a very well-to-do enclave in Southern California.
Mm.
But yes,
So
I
you,
am very much in the know, but I don't pretend to know everything, but I am an activist when it comes to transportation.
so you've heard of what's going on right now in Lawndale and the dispute that they're having, whether there's a possibility of going through a gravesite or not, and they've halted all expansion.
Well, right now, yes, in Lawndale. Okay, you're talking about what was formerly known as the Green Line. It
Correct.
ends in El Segundo, very close to Lawndale, and there is a public right of way which is owned by a metro, and where where the study is going on right now for three possible routes, and that's what they're doing. They're doing the study, and even doing the study, the on-site work, I guess, has been paused because they found a property that they found actually a gravestone.
Earl Hoffman,
Yes, which now they believe there's about 40 or 50.
something like that. But I know they found his gravestone.
Yes, please continue with that. But it does it go to show you, yes, I am paying attention. So yeah,
Okay, okay.
go ahead.
But yeah, when they were starting to dig up person's backyard there in Lawndale, they found the gravestone of a World War II vet, Earl Hoffman. I guess he died in like 1951. He was fairly young. He was 25 years old. And the whole family of his was very surprised because they actually had thought that he had been interned in Clover City in the Hillsdale Cemetery there, which I guess is, they said, about 10 miles north of where they found the gravestone marker. So they're going through a bunch of, they halted the um, rail line to do more investigation with it because even as to a year ago, apparently, LA Metro knew about the marker and knew there was possible graves there, and nothing was mentioned until the family and the neighbors started bringing it up, and that caused more and more issues to where they said, okay, fine, we'll go ahead and halt this to do a further investigation, and work like with the coroner's office and everything else if we find any actual remains. Hillsdale Cemetery, I guess, is saying no, he is, interned here. We have a grave marker, and yes, he's interned there. But the whole thing's up in the air as to what really is going on.
Thank you. Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, there's other also there. So, or maybe I'm confusing with another story, but yes, I did know of that. I forget exactly where it is, but this is the project that they're talking about. This in Southern California, it's formerly the Green Line extension in Torrance. The Green Line or the Sea Line ends right here in the very corner of Redondo Beach. And there's the three, remember I mentioned the three plans? These are three projected routes. And it's a big deal because you have the South Bay Galleria, a massive mall retail. I mean, it's huge. And if it follows the owned right of way, it is several blocks short of the Galleria, and it will continue to Torrance and pretty much end right there. And we're talking about elevated, street level, and trench. These are the different variations. And then, of course, street level and elevated. Hawthorne, and I believe this is the one that they're talking about. This is the one that's going to go down the main street of Hawthorne. Hawthorne is 4 lanes north, 4 lanes south. It is a significant, it is still listed as a state highway, Hawthorne. This is the most controversial because it's going to tear up Hawthorne Boulevard, go down the center median, but it's the most costly. They already own the right of way here, and it will pass through neighborhoods and stuff. If we go to Google, I appreciate you telling me this. I don't think many people know my passion for transportation projects. It is something I've been involved. There it is, Highway 107, Hawthorne Boulevard. If you look at there it is. Is it right here? There's Hawthorne Boulevard. This is the right of way that I'm talking about. See, I believe it ends. Where does it end right now? Where's the damn green line? Damn it. It's right around here. But you see this right of way that's owned? Metro owns it. So it's easy where you would just build the right light rail through there. But it goes through a lot of neighborhoods. And it's going to end somewhere here in Torrance, where Torrance has a transit center. Here's Old Torrance. I believe it's going to end somewhere around here. So does it stay on the right of way, or does it go up Hawthorne Boulevard? See, here's the mall. See, it's an extensive mall, but you've got to go 1 or 2 blocks to get to the light rail. So it's like, well, what are you going to do? And that's the issue. I don't know where the grave site is, but it is somewhere in one of these properties. But
yeah, I never got an address for it.
But here's the thing. The right of way is 100% owned by Metro. So the problem is it's already owned by the transit agency. So even though there's a grave marker, okay, we're sorry, we found it, exhume the body, and it's going to have to be moved because it is owned. Because I will share with you in East Los Angeles, there was a change to the light rail right here. This is the Gold Line. There was a cemetery that was found. Okay, is this where it exits? Okay, that's Whittier Boulevard. Here's Percy Street. It's a bit further up. Oh, I didn't realize it was that far up. Here we go. There's the Gold Line. There's by the school. They had to. Okay, here it is. See, this is a cemetery. I believe it's LA Cemetery, Evergreen Cemetery. But in the corner is LA County Cemetery. And these are for the indigent souls, the ones that no one knows who they are or whatever, but they're buried here. Well, when they were doing the excavation in this section, they found unmarked graves of immigrants from China. It was a disaster because they were unclaimed, unmarked, but we know that they were part of the immigrant grave, which had been lost to history. And it delayed this project about 5 years because they had to determine what they were going to do, where they were going to move them. And it was just unfortunate, but it still proceeded. And it came through as a tunnel. They had to move it based on where the project was. So this is not the first time. Do you know that where the massive cathedral in Los Angeles, Our Lady of the Angels, right here, it was built on a parking lot. Okay, no, that's the school. Sorry. Here it is. Our Lady of the Angels. It was a parking lot for the Board of Supervisors. Here's the Kenneth Hahn Hall of Administration. This was all parking lot. The Archdiocese of Los Angeles purchased it. Well, as they started construction, they found graves from Native Americans there. It's all over Southern California, folks. A lot of people lived here before us. And everywhere you dig, you're going to find something. And it's a difficult subject, difficult topic. And construction stops. Right now, Liz, they are going through the environmental phase. Actually, no, they're not going through the environmental phase. They're going through the choosing the best route phase.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But isn't it interesting that there's a grave marker there? But yet the cemetery says, no, he's over here.
The only thing I can think of is
it a memorial?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
On the family's property? But here's the thing again. If it's on the family's property, forgive me, who cares? It's not in the right of way, so I don't understand the issue.
It says here it's in the backyard of Josh Standlifer's Lawndale home, where the Metro is considering building a new rail line.
And Josh is Earl Hoffman's nephew.
And it's got a picture of it here because it says Earl Hoffman,
Yes.
California S1 USNF, World War II, October 25th, 1926, December 14th, 1951.
And
That's
folks,
what it says on the marker.
it was common to bury relatives on your property. I don't know when it ended, but it was common. You had to keep a grave marker. But
I
over
would think
time, things get lost to history.
true, and I would think because it was his uncle, and he is not exactly a young man, the nephew. I would think it would have been passed down somewhere through history. Yes, your uncle is actually buried on this property versus a memorial that got placed there and got lost.
Yeah. See, here's where the
Because
line ends right now, and here's the right of way. So I have to take a look at more because it's a significant right of way. There's enough for 2 rails to go in there. That's why if it's on the property, it doesn't matter. What is the deal? I don't understand. Is it on the property or is it on the right of way? Because if it's on the right of way, it's academic. We know what's going to happen. It will be moved. Now, that's why I'm curious as to where it is. Now, depending on where the alignment is going to go, they may need to purchase that property. That's a possibility. I don't know where it is because if you
LA
look,
Times, the LA Times has a photograph of a train, a freight train, traveling on the tracks next to the home.
well, it could be right here where I'm showing everyone.
Yeah, where those trees are, roughly where these trees are.
Yeah,
If you can find a blue house next to an orange one,
that's
that's
not going to work.
property. I know.
can't zoom in.
That's basically what I'm looking at. There's the house they're talking about. As the back garden has been dug up and it's in blue, and right next to it there's an orange one. It's a single-story building.
Yeah.
You're looking
And
for
here-
somewhere with a fence.
Yeah.
The trees end and there's an embankment and it's a fence.
Well, yeah, that could be it. Look, there's like 3 miles right there. It could be almost
Yeah.
anywhere. But if it's on the property,
It would
there is
appear so.
I don't understand, seriously, unless they're going to have to purchase it because there might be a curve or it's very narrow at that point. I don't understand why it would be an issue anyway, because Metro owns that right of way. So if it's on personal property, do you see why I'm on? Well,
You're
why does it
confused, yeah.
matter? If it's on personal property. Now, Metro will take properties through the eminent domain for whatever reason. So I don't know where, is it possible? Yes. Look, it could be right here where it juts up against. But again, this property is wide enough that they wouldn't need to take properties. But again, I don't know.
Well, he reckons there's about 17 graves around the area.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
There were additional graves. I am familiar with that.
Yeah.
So if they go through the right of way and they have to take properties, which I doubt, but again, I don't know. They'll move the body. I'm sorry.
Well, he reckons that he's hoping it's going to go along Hawthorne Boulevard.
Okay, and that's what I was talking about. That it would seem logical, but in today's day and age, my way of Hawthorne doesn't want it to go through Hawthorne Boulevard because this is going to be 5 years of construction. It's going to be a mess. They're NIMBYers. They don't care. I do not see Hawthorne supporting this project on Hawthorne Boulevard. They don't want to even see it work. So, and this is relatively new that's come into play. This thing was supposed to be done before 2028 for the Olympics. It's not going to happen.
No.
So Yeah, this is interesting that we're doing some public discussion on some of the stuff. Sorry, Liz. Yes, I'm a transportation gadfly. So I guess it is true. I do come across as a stuck-up know-it-all dick,
Oh, there's so much
as
comment
confirmed
there.
by my daughter.
There is such a comment there, but I'm not going to make it.
Why not? My
Yeah,
daughter confirmed.
I thought she left out the know-it-all part. She just confirmed the dick part.
No, she said, I said, do I come across as a know-it-all dick? She goes, yeah, pretty much. She said, my daughter, she has a sense of humor. And if both she and I were hold court, well, we couldn't because she and I would be holding court.
Yeah, we couldn't get a word in edgewise.
You can't now.
I pushed my way through.
Oh, how impressive. So, I did not know that we would be discussing public policy on that stuff. Yes, I am a transit activist. And folks, the minute in the United States, the minute you say activist, many people consider that what do they say, woke
Yes.
or
Trouble.
libtard. I've used that. I've been told that. And communist, socialist. I've been called everything when my thing is I am F everyone. I am progressive in certain things. Progressive is also akin to woke, and I want to see progress. But for the betterment, I don't believe we should ditch our cars, but I do believe having transit options improve mobility for society as a whole. I know that's almost utopia communism right there, but no, giving people the options to get around is better for everyone.
I
Not
think
end
LA.
all. Yes,
I think LA
the
should
car
actually,
capital of the world.
well, yeah, but I think they should go over to places like Tokyo or Osaka and look at the way that the Japanese have laid out their rail links.
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Go ahead, Liz. Come on in. I know you're going to call me a communist.
No, actually, I was going to 100% agree with you. But when you made that original comment, you would not believe the picture that flashed through my head.
What was that?
A city in the clouds.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Total utopia floating around up in the sky. There's the little workers dredging around on Earth.
Elysium or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Elysium.
Yeah. Folks, I am far from, I am an activist, and my thing to people is when they attack me for my views, say, hey, you know what? No problem. I'm going to win. And they say, well, how dare you? I said, because I know you're going to sit on your ass and just bitch about it all day. I've been to meetings. I've been to planning sessions. I do a lot of stuff. I am an activist. Do I always win? No. But you know what? I do. Because I believe in moving the agenda forward. I don't believe getting together on the porch, drinking beer, and bitching about high taxes. That's what
Get out there and do something about it.
I do. And as I
I'm
tell
not saying you, but I'm saying that's
Yes.
kind of my philosophy. Stop bitching about it. Get out there and vote or make your presence known to do something about the issue. Whether you
yes,
agree or disagree with whatever is going on, do something about it.
Sure,
And-
it's a person's opinion, and as a person is entitled to hold their opinion, that's freedom of thought. And there are millions of people that died in a world war to preserve the fact that we have the right, no matter who you are, what ethnic origin you are, or what religion you follow, you have the right to a freedom of thought and a certain amount of freedom of speech to express those thoughts.
yeah.
Exactly.
Look, I listen to people and I will carry the conversation on, but they expect me to bend to their will. And if I do not see the logic of their argument, and people get offended when I say, well, I'm not arguing. Oh, God. All right. To have an argument is to have a conversation where you make your. I use the English word of argument. Am I not correct, Anime Girl?
Yeah. But then again, are you having an argument or are you having a debate?
We are having
You
a
can't.
conversation, so it's a debate.
A debate.
It's a
And
conversation of exchanging of ideas. Go, Liz.
you can't have an argument with somebody who has absolutely no idea of what you even are arguing about. They're witless.
And
Yeah, if
that's where
somebody
I
has a
come
closed
across.
mind,
Yes.
yeah, if you have a closed mind, you're never going to change their outlook on things.
I don't have time for people who live in an echo chamber.
All right.
That, Anime Girl, that is a slur here in the United States.
Really?
Oh, yeah. To
I
say
don't
that you
know.
live in an echo chamber, it means you are spoon-fed everything, and that's it. That's all you care for. So an echo
Well,
chamber, it sets off, especially people on the right. It's so funny.
I don't know. I mean, people say to me, you know, oh, do I lean to the right? Do I lean to the left? You know, am I centrist? I don't know. I mean, some of my opinions, I suppose, could be classified as slightly right wing, but then others could be described as centre left. I really don't know.
I am a moderate in every sense of the word because when my belief system, as you know, we've talked about that, my belief system, I am hardcore right winger when it comes to my belief system. Morality, my thought process, I am conservative by nature. But when I look at the world around me, I am a liberal. As I mentioned, look, I'm an activist. I'm a transit activist. People call me a communist because of that. So, like, whatever. You know what? Go F yourself. I'm a moderate.
My opinion is progress is all well and good, providing it is progress for the better,
Yes.
not for the
For the
detriment.
sake of moving forward.
Yeah. If it's
Not setting us back
detrimental-
another 70 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's
Some of the
detrimental
real-
to the people around and the place that it's being built on, then what's the point?
How
What is
can
the
we
point?
erase who we are? We are that. We can never erase it. We bring it with us. It's who we are.
Well, yeah, I mean, people are people. We're all the same species. We are all basically, humankind is one species, Homo sapien. Whether you like it or whether you don't, it doesn't matter if you're born in Africa, China, Japan, Timbuktu on a daily return. It doesn't matter. You are a human being, Homo sapien. For Christ's sake, learn that. You're the same bloody species. And let's stop having stupid tribal wars about this lot's better than that lot. We do this better than you can. Cut the crap. Let's just get on and progress together.
See,
As
and
a
here's the thing, though.
species.
We're having this conversation. Other people will not have that conversation. And that's the thing. And if we don't agree with what they're talking about, they get angry. And I'm like, you know, okay, I don't have time. And that if you're not willing to have a conversation, I'm sorry, I don't have time. Because many people, they're not listening. They just want to win their argument. And effectively, I am doing that if people don't want to have a conversation. So I readily acknowledge that. I do know if you're not willing to have a conversation, then it's a not a self-fulfilling prophecy, but I'm practicing that
You're
which
winning the argument. You're winning the argument by default.
yeah, I guess so. Yes. So
hard to win it. It's hard to debate somebody who has their head stuck up in the sand and does nothing but being fed pablum by all the social media and everything that's gone on in the last 20 years.
Oh, thank you. That was an intellectual Woody right there, woman. Thank you. I have not heard that one in a while. Pablum. Woo. There was this guy. His name was Morty. Something, and he had this program in the late '80s. And he would talk about the pablum pukers. I didn't know what that was, and I looked it up. I'm like, ooh, I like it. So I used in the '80s pablum pukers for a while. So
Yeah, you see,
I'm sorry.
you have so many activists.
Or
for
the
so
Morton
many
Downey
different-
Show. Yes, do you remember that one, Liz?
Yes, I do.
It was on late at night, and remember, the people were in the audience. They'd come up to this pulpit, which was called the mouthpiece. Oh my God, he was always smoking a cigarette, and
Cigarette.
yeah, he was crazy. But is he not right wing, Liz? I mean, he's passed away now, but
Yeah, I think he was, but
yeah, and I watched it. I mean, come on, man.
here's something that actually I had a debate with. I live with a lot of people who are extremely over extreme right wing.
Okay.
And I have a lot of extreme right wing views myself, but I also have a lot of very extreme left wing views, which is very weird. And I confused my daughter to no end with that because she's like, Mom, you're not 100% right wing.
So
I
you're a
don't get it.
moderate.
Yeah, that's kind of how I've always felt. I am very passionate about certain beliefs. I don't care what side of the fence they fall on. If I'm passionate about that particular belief, I will back it 100%. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle it's on. And somebody the other day had brought up President Kennedy, and they had said that, they were very surprised to find out they were a Democrat. And I'm like, yes, but he was one that was more open to look at multiple people's views. And they turned to me and said, well, okay, he was that then, but today he would definitely be a Republican. And I'm
Yes,
like,
hands down. Hands down.
I'm like,
Yes.
okay, so you do have the same kind of viewpoint. But yeah, I think he was probably the last one that was completely open to crossing both sides of the aisle with what he believed.
You know what? Okay. I will say there was another president that did cross the aisle as well. Reagan, Tip
Yes.
O'Neill. They made deals, but no,
Yes.
Reagan's not my boy. It's actually his vice president, Herbert Walker Bush.
Walker Bush.
He was the last true moderate in the world. People were like, no, he was conservative. Oh, okay, again.
No.
When you look at the legislation that was passed under Bush in 4 years, it and this is why you cannot have conversations with people, because you look at the record of what they did. This, well, okay, I'm going to have to do something on Mr. Herbert Walker Bush. In 4 years, what they accomplished for America was incredibly amazing. Now, there was stuff that they did wrong that I could say, and there's stuff that they did well. But that's what we as America are. You can't win it all. You make an agreement that comes from an argument, and you move eternally forward. You never go back. Do you know when you go back? When you burn books and you deny, okay, and you put
burning
books on a
to me is a sore
blacklist.
subject. That whole subject is because all we are is throwing us 80 years, almost 90 years now, back.
Exactly.
Folks,
It was
parents.
What was it the bloke said? Where one burns books, eventually one will burn people.
Yep.
We've always had these books for unlawful cardinal knowledge, folks. Come on. We've always had them. But with the internet, it makes it a little easier to get whatever you want. But kids have always gone for that material anyway. They learn about it. But to close off, to destroy books or material,
or to revise it. You do not revising a history event is pathetic. I mean, we've got one over here at the moment.
George Lucas, Hans shot first.
Yeah, we've got one over here that states that people of ethnic origin actually built Stonehenge.
Okay. I don't pretend to know all of that, but I would say the native people, whoever was living there, is what built Stonehenge.
No, they're saying that the people that live there actually removed the people that built Stonehenge. In other words, people like me stole it from the people that were there before, who were of an ethnic origin. Work that one out.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time. I'll
Serious?
read what they'll say. But yes, 2 + 2 is racist. Did you hear about that, anime girl, here in the United
Yeah,
States? 2
yeah,
+ 2 is racist.
yeah.
Liz, when did that
Flowers are
happen?
racist. Yeah, flowers are
Uh,
racist.
what did
Yes,
you say? Cows are racist?
flowers. Certain
Okay.
flowers are
Same
Okay.
difference.
Don't ask me which ones, but you got the wrong
How
flowers in your. Yeah, you got the wrong
come?
flowers on whatever you got. Then you're being a racist because you got
How
those
on
flowers.
earth is a flower? You're talking about the flower plant, right? The
Yep,
pretty smelly thing.
yep.
How's that racist?
You got the wrong. Yeah, you got the wrong one. It's racist.
They've been sniffing too much glue.
Don't
Okay.
don't ask me how. I mean, I'm
One of the
confused.
funniest ones I ever had was it was in the 90s or 2000s, and it was at UC Irvine. Do you remember this, Liz? Because on the court, they had flags from all the countries where university students were from. And this one kid said, I'm offended by the American flag due to its history of colonialism stuff. That flag should not be here. At which point, my answer to this kid was, hey, dumb MFer, where you're from. You don't like it? Get the hell out of here. You are visiting. Your opinion has been heard and now been ignored. How dare you say that you're offended by where are you in school? Just shut the hell up. Your opinion is worthless. The audacity that I'm offended by the American flag. Really? You came here to study under that flag. Get the hell out of here. I know that's insensitive and stuff, but get the hell out of here. The arrogance, the stupidity.
Well, part of what they're on about is racism lurks in the names given to plants and animals, and that's starting to change. Names like gypsy moth contain ethnic slurs perpetuating racist stereotypes.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm surprised that they've come around to that now.
Yep, that's the latest. Pick the wrong flower and you're
So does
racist.
that mean that all of the genus that have blank Africanus, is that going to be changed as well?
Who can say?
A lot of stuff comes from Africa. Hi, Diggs. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you
Hey,
for
Diggs.
joining with us. We appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in with us. And it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So, folks, you're getting a feel for what this program is going to be. It's going to be a lot of free conversation, the topics that we feel we want to bring up, and what is happening in the world. So this is what it's going to be. The co-hosts on this program are Anime Girl, Meadow Lady, me. I'm sure they're going to come up for and I swear to God, it's not going to be Daisy Dukes because I will bitch slap all of you. That one gets on my nerves. That one gets on my nerves. And of course, Almighty as well. So
You can just say the king and the queen and the princess. As in, you're the king, I'm
that
the queen.
appeals to my vanity and ego.
And Meadow Lady would be, Meadow Lady, Anime Girl would be the princess. Because I ain't giving up my queen title.
I worked that one out.
That's funny. All right, fair enough. So we are now into our 4th hour. I don't know if we were going to go ahead and continue. I don't know if you would want to continue. I am near the end of my the adrenaline is going.
I'm surprised your voice is held on.
Yeah, well, I've been drinking a lot. The coffee.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Well, I'm
Meadow Lady, I do not drink. I don't. I have the liquor bottles and everything right here at their gifts. But I've told everyone I don't drink. I'm not.
Well,
Uh-oh.
that's all I
It's
drink.
a,
That's all I
he,
drink.
he lies. He drinks plenty of Romulan ale. You just don't see it.
No, that's all I drink.
Slower?
Slur.
Oh, slur.
Slur, and it's a sparkling fruit drink. Non-alcoholic. That's
Oh,
what
there's
I've
no
been drinking.
C in there. Okay.
No, it's SCLOER.
Oh, there isn't C.
No, it's SHLOER.
Okay,
Slur.
whatever. Oh,
Slur.
right now when I move my neck, I heard the crack.
Yeah.
See, you know, folks, that's the most annoying thing that I have now. Whenever I move left or right, because of the degenerative discs that I have, the compressing discs, every time that's why I don't move my head all that much left or right. I don't know if you've noticed, but when we have a guest and I pantomime that they're sitting next, you notice that I move the whole body, right? For that very reason. And right now, when I move my neck, it's like I hear that click all the time, and it hurts. God, does it hurt?
Well, it will do. Will do. Stuff there that's not supposed to be happening, but it's happening.
Yeah. So anyway, take a look at the Martin Short article. Tell us what you think about it. If my co-hosts are interested in discussing next week, we can. But it is what it is. It was early September. It's over and done with. You know, it is. But now, Liz, now you know. I am a transit activist.
Ooh.
I mean, no. What did I surprise you by it?
Actually, no.
Aw.
No, it fits you. It really does.
What, the gadfly? I am.
That
I am a
too.
gadfly.
That too.
Yeah, I am a gadfly, and I am proud of that. Many projects in Southern California, I've had peripheral and tangential involvement.
Ooh, big words.
Show enough.
He likes the big words.
Yes, he does.
Always all about size. You know
Y'all
why?
don't want to be admitting that, do you?
It's all about size. All I can tell you is that when I've engaged management and I feel I'm losing the conversation, I immediately will go to something like that. Oh, I think I know what happened to Almighty. I think he was getting ready for football. He just didn't tell us because of the big day. Deshaun Watson is out for those of us that are choosing the games.
Who he play for?
I think Cleveland.
Cleveland. Did I pick Cleveland? I can't remember. I picked Cleveland.
I don't know. I
According
have
to
to write
CBS.
stuff down on notes.
Are you part of the sports talk with the guys chat, Liz?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he's commenting there right now. Browns, yep. Big dogs, baby shitters or whatever, little baby shitters.
Deshaun Watson now, according to CBS, who does he play for? Browns.
Unfortunately,
Big
that was one
Dog's
of my
about
picks.
to comment. Oh, that's funny. Big Dog's awake. Oh,
We
he says
scared him
breaking
off.
news. That little bastard. Yeah, he said he was going to be in, but I guess not.
Yeah, we scared him
Oh, wait.
off.
Breaking news. The Trailblazers have traded Jrue Holiday to the Celtics for Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, and 2 first-round picks. Wow. That's a big deal. I know I'm being a jerk, huh? Oh, well. Okay. Well, like I say, I was trying to keep it to 3 hours just because I am tired. If you want to continue, you're more than welcome. But I'm done. I've enjoyed the program. I've enjoyed the company, and we did talk about quite a bit. Took us a little bit to get going. I noticed that today.
Yeah,
it did. That was the first time. It took us a bit, but I still like it. There's
I
nothing
think
like
we're all
it.
tired for yesterday.
Yeah. Plus,
Well, I've been up, folks. I've only had 2 hours in the last probably 36 hours.
Yeah. I think there's a lot going on in our, shall we say, personal lives off screen that are
Yes.
affecting us on screen. So we
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to, you know, I'm not on my fluffy best, but, you know,
Yeah.
before you even go there, Roger, no, I'm not fluffy. I'm just using it as an expression.
Believe it or not, I think programs like this where we all kind of get together and talk kind of gets our minds off of other issues.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, especially when we get things that we instantly all click with, you know, be it a show,
Yeah.
a film, or whatever, or a subject that we really like getting into. That's fun.
Here's something, forgive me, that I just picked up from Facebook that's of interest to me. Enemy Girl, you would have tangential information on this, but I'm going to put in the private chat. This is a Southern California wet dream when it comes to transportation. I sent it to both of you. And what I'm talking about in the chat room, there's an article that was out from vvng.com regarding the infamous Brightline construction project from the Inland Empire to Las Vegas. And the comment is, it is near shovel ready. It's shovel ready. Well, how can you say it's near shovel ready now? It's either yes or no. We were waiting for construction to begin this year. And what it's going to be, folks, is the private rail operator Brightline West is near shovel ready, which I would argue is not true, to break ground on a 218-mile passenger rail service that will connect Southern California to Las Vegas, Nevada, with speeds up to 180 miles per hour.
Yeah.
They're set to start. How can you be near shovel ready if you're about to start? I mean, is this like a week thing? Oh, like, they're almost shovel ready because they're going to start in a week. Like, what? It's so the passenger station will be east of me by about 6 to 10 miles. And I will be able to take the train to Las Vegas, and it'll be about a 2-hour and 10-minute commute. Right now, if Roger drives on a Thursday night, I can make Vegas in about, after 10 p.m. on Thursday night, I can make Vegas in 3 hours, straight through. For those that know and don't know, Las Vegas is approximately 280 miles away from me. Do the math. Right, Liz?
in other words, he drives like I do.
I'm doing over 90 easily.
Yeah.
And folks, if you don't know this in Southern California, well, then you're dumb. The best time to drive to Vegas is after 10 o'clock on Thursday night. No highway patrol, no cops. They're all sitting at Denny's in Barstow.
Mm-hmm.
I've caught them there as I'm doing 90 going by. So, yes, the best time to go to Vegas is on a Thursday night. Because Friday morning, they're out in force catching everyone going from California to Vegas. It's hilarious, man. Because I have driven back from Vegas on a Friday morning, and all I see is every few miles, highway patrol nailing someone going to Vegas. That sucks, man. You're driving to Vegas, and before you get there, you get a $300 ticket. That blows your whole trip, man. That sucks. That one does. But I laugh because obviously they're trying to drive fast on the morning Friday to get to Vegas. You don't do that. It's Thursday night, folks. Thursday night after 10 p.m. Pacific time.
How would you pronounce that station? Rancho what?
It's Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is a big deal, and it looks like it's going to happen. But the genuine problem with this is not that it's going to go down the center median of the freeway. That is not the problem. The idiots are going to lay single track.
What?
God bless America. As they increase service, they're going to double track it. It's like,
Why?
so you're going to shut it down to double track.
Why don't they do the same with
They're
that?
idiots.
What would you say? Do what the Japanese did with their Shinkansen, which is you raise it above street level and you double track it. Therefore, you don't have things like any other trains on the same track. You don't have turnouts. You don't have crossings, and you just have the train doing what trains meant to do: point A, point B at the quickest speed possible.
That's because they don't have us doing the designing and the engineering. They have idiots.
Idiots.
Look,
Okay,
I'm happy they're going to do it, but I'm going to go to the article right here, and I'm glad you're taking a look at it. On this image, there you see it. It's very small, and I do apologize.
No, I've already had a look actually.
Yeah, but it's down the center median, and in many parts, it will be able to be double tracked in the future. But if you look at the construction blueprints, there are going to be points where it's elevated, and there are going to be points where it's off to the right. Because if you look at this entire thing, and this is somewhere well near Barstool already, because there's a dry lake bed. So this is way up there. If you see where my mouse is, this is the right of way for the freeway. And then it's about here somewhere, because you can see where the fence is. So many people are surmising, well, just do it on the right of way off to the side.
Oh yeah, it would be clever. That would.
But
I'd
they
still
have the
double
environmental clearance to go down the center median.
I'd still
And
double track it, and I'd still
I would.
elevate it. I'd double track it, and I'd elevate it. Keep it
Yes.
completely away from everything.
Yes, and in many parts it will be elevated, but not the entire thing. So the imagery of the stations, it's really cool. Look, it's going to be a positive. And the one thing that they're getting right is where it's going to be in Rancho Cucamonga. There is a connection to our Metrolink,
Yeah.
and it's very close to the freeways. So if you're coming from the west side of LA, you could conceivably either drive to Rancho or just take one of the feeder lines to Union Station, take Metrolink East, and then take Brightline. Who's going to do that? Well, we'll see. But they're looking to extend Brightline from Rancho west to downtown. That is what they should do, and they should continue Brightline south to Orange County. That would be the killer. If they can take it down to Orange County and end in Anaheim, this is the wildest dreams of wildest dreams. It will be the killer app. Remember that phrase from the 90s, the killer app? If it were to go straight into downtown to Union Station, or it would go into Anaheim by Disneyland, Anaheim Stadium, and it's academic. It's done. It will be successful, but it remains to be seen.
Oh,
Yeah. We lost him. Because I was going to ask, do you remember yesterday when we were doing the picks, who we all thought Speedy would have picked versus Cardinals?
Yes.
Wasn't it we all thought he would pick the Cardinals?
Who was
Yes,
that?
we did.
He
Bruce
did.
Speedy.
He did.
You're joking, right?
No, I am not.
He went with the Cardinals.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
God bless him.
that's our Speedy.
Yep.
That is our Speedy.
Wow.
That's the boy. Well, he's wishing him luck with that one.
Yeah. So I'm going to see how we all chose then for that event. Sports Talk with the guys. And no problems. Let's see. For Sunday for Cleveland, that's the Browns. Oh, we all Anime Girl. You went for the Ravens.
Yeah.
NorCal Girl and myself went for the Browns. Did you want to change it?
No.
NorCal Girl, did you want to change it?
Nope.
Okay. We'll see. But okay. This is cool. This has been a lot of fun.
Speedy went for the Cardinals.
Oh,
49er Cardinals. Went for the Cardinals.
what a shock. I do want to say this. Did you have a program in the United Kingdom, Anime Girl, that was called Password?
We had a game called Password, but I don't think we ever had a program called Password.
There was a TV show in the 70s and a little bit into the 80s. Actually, I think it was even from the 60s. But what you do is you have two teams, and you get like 6 clues to figure out the subject, whatever it is. But the clue is, if Liz and I, okay, we're going to pretend I have, okay, here's I'm going to come up with one of the clues, and I'm going to see if Elizabeth can get it. And this is the way the game is played. Okay. The way it works is I'm given the password, and I have to, Liz is on my team. She has to guess the word. Okay. So, and you're up against another team as well. And then when you get the clue, you try to figure out what the subject is. Obviously, if you only have one clue, it's, oh my God, it's the ultimate hit of whatever. But the first clue would be this. I can see it, she can. And I'm going to say, oh, and you can only give one word clue, and you really can't pantomime. So, Liz, are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Salad.
I have no clue.
Okay. The other team, now I'm going to say I'm working with you now, Anime Girl. The other person would say, and remember, it's the same word. So the first clue was salad. Roman.
Caesar.
Bingo! Yes!
Yeah, I was thinking the
good.
same thing when she did it.
Yeah, very good.
Well, when you said salad, when you first said salad, my first thought to me went Caesar salad.
Yeah, yes.
Caesar, Rome. When you said Roman, I thought, yeah, okay, that's Caesar.
Okay. So then that means you figuring out the first word would be Caesar, and you don't know what it is, and they would say, okay, what is the topic? What do you think that? And they'll say it's a noun, a place, a person, or an event, whatever. And right now, I'm just gonna say it's a thing. What would your guess be based on Caesar?
Would be a thing. Would be Caesar salad, or yeah.
Well, no.
No.
No guess. Okay. So at this point, I would say, and this sucks. Here's the next code.
Because I have a feeling what it might be.
Well, I'm just making this up right now, but I want to do this on air with all of us. I want to play our version of Password, and I'm trying to work out how we would do this. But now my clue would be Colosseum. And that's to Liz.
Ugh. I can't. I know, and I can't get it out. I can't get it off my tongue, but I know exactly what it is.
And you had like 5 seconds, and it would bang, and then I would go over to you, and your teammate would say, city. Oh, did you hear Siri listening to me? What a wench. Okay.
Oh, Caesar, Colosseum. See, I got it. I think I got it. Rome.
Bingo! Yes. Okay, so now the clues are Caesar, Rome. Do you want to try it?
Italy?
Ooh, no, that's not. But do you get the idea now?
Yeah, basic. Yeah.
I think we would have a great time playing this game on our, it wouldn't be Password because that name is taken, but we'd have to come up with some. But the rules are simple. It's easy. I'm gonna buy the game Password. Did you know, Liz, that they sell it here in bookstores?
Okay, I'd have to go check my game closet because I've had it for like 30 years.
Okay, well, this is a newer version, and I would just
Oh, okay.
love to bring it here, and we could maybe play it on a Sunday morning, and
that'd be
or on other days, and it would be fun. And Cliff Zier, when we were doing Blog Talk Radio, invented BTR Feud. It was Blog Talk Radio Family Feud, and we competed against other teams, and it was only 2 people on each side, and we were basically playing a version of Family Feud on the radio. Oh my God, it was a blast. And we challenged other radio channels, and they were in on it, and we were doing simulcasts. It was awesome. Cliff was a genius on that, and we did BTR Feud. I would like to do a Family Feud. We could do it here on air, but I'm going to work out the way we're going to do it. We'll do some practice runs. Would you be interested in playing that? I'm just curious.
I think it'd be fun.
It'd
Okay.
be worth having a go. I'd probably come up looking like an Egypt, but yeah, I'd never go with it.
Okay. I have
We could
another
do
word.
a game show week or trivia night.
We could do that as well. It's just, and we can do it digitally now. There's just so many ways. But here's another word, and this will be the last one. So it's a code word, and I'm going to you again, Liz. Cairo.
Egypt.
Bingo. Okay. So now you have Caesar, Rome, Egypt. It's a thing. What is it?
Roman Empire.
Okay, actually went to Liz first, but the correct answer is
Yeah.
Roman
Roman
Empire.
Empire.
And at that point, you would see what the other cue. It's like 6 words.
Yeah.
Very good, but you get the concept. You get it. Let me tell you, Password's fun, and it's fun. I would like to do that on air. So we, ladies and gentlemen, we just saw our own rough version of NDB Password or NDB or skunk Password. Oh, there you go. Would you be interested in playing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
All right. Maybe we'll do it next week. And
But it should be skunk word, not password.
skunk word. There it is.
Yeah.
Skunk word.
That might be it. But that's what I'm thinking of doing. I think it would be a lot of fun. And there are other stuff I want to do. Folks, once I'm able to get all this physical stuff resolved, I'm also wanting to do. Oh, let me get it. It's right up there. I'll be right back.
Liz, did you see the rest of Speedy's picks for the football?
I just briefly glanced at them. Yes, I did see them, but I just briefly glanced at them.
Yeah.
Everyone else looks kind of normal from what everybody's picked.
Yep.
Do you remember the Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Oh,
yeah, I've got a whole load of them somewhere.
I do too. But I want to do 2 things. One, this is the game Choose Your Own Adventure, which we can play, War with Evil Power Master. I am trying to make this where we can all play it. And on another program, I am going to be writing. I think it's either going to be weekly or monthly. We're going to have our own Choose Your Own Adventure. And I'm going to read like a page. And at the very end, I'm going to ask the co-host and the audience to vote. What are your options? And depending on the options, that's how we're going to move the story forward.
Who I like.
So if you guys have any ideas on stories, I think that would be a lot of fun. And we could do this on the program.
I do creative writing on a
Yes.
Star Trek sites.
You can do it develop your story, and whether we do it every week or every month, once a month, we will have it where the host and the audience will vote on the next option, and then when we continue, you just continue the story, and then you just do it for a while. I think it would be fun. It's stuff that I want to bring to the program. There's a lot of stuff, folks, that I want to do, and we're going to be doing it over the next year. There's some things. If
Yeah,
you have any ideas,
I'm on a website called the USS Elysium, where I do my creative writing.
all right, I like it. So, you all got a taste of some of the ideas percolating here in this sad little old man, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, who are you calling old? We're the same age.
Me, I'm the old man. I didn't say old people. I said old man. So, you
And I
got
got you
any
both.
idea?
I
I'm
got
sorry,
you
what-
both be when it comes to being old.
So it's going to be fun. We're going to be able to do it. And we could probably do password within a few weeks because you have to have a lot of subjects. And I'm going to look at some of the old episodes. I may borrow from some of the old episodes because it was great stuff.
Yeah.
And but we need at least 5 people.
That could be difficult.
But you'd be surprised. Gridiron Girl was with us last week, wasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big Dog was with us too. If we tell them in advance that we're going to be doing some competition, I think they would be in. Just got to let them know. Look, it might be the 2 of you that would be on a team, and then maybe Big Dog and Gridiron Girl, or we'll mix it up. I would be the host. But the fun thing is that once we do it 1 or 2 times, then we start mixing everyone in where they be the host and you have other players play.
The way to do the team picking is as you as the host, if there's 5 other people, pick a number, 1 through 5.
Yes.
Or
Well,
1 through 4.
you need 4 players and 1 host.
Yeah.
Yeah. This can work, folks. And we would invite the audience. You know, we could actually invite the audience to be guests. And we, as the host, would be remember, Liz? They always had a personality on with the contestants.
Uh-huh.
That was the thing, Anime Girl, that they had Betty White. They had, oh my God, some of these people were brilliant at this game. In the 70s and early 80s, password was a big deal, huh, Liz?
Very big deal. I remember watching it a
I mean,
lot.
it was
And the
fun to
days I
watch.
got to stay home. The days I got to stay home from school, just faking being
Yes.
sick so I could watch it.
And password, I think, was a 1-hour program too.
That's cool.
I think it was.
I don't think it was 30 minutes, but it was fun.
Either
Another
that or
one
it was 2 shows back to back, which I don't think it was.
yeah. Oh, right. Now, another game that I would love to play, but I don't know if it would catch on. Remember Match Game, Liz?
Oh my God.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one could be the way this game was played, and we'd have to work out the stuff. You have a panel of 6 people, 2 contestants, and a host. That might be beyond our means right here, because I think we can only go 8 at one time.
What about Hollywood Squares? We did pretty good with that.
We actually could as well. Yes. There's a lot of things that I want to do, folks. And I appreciate the ideas. We can do pyramid. Remember that one?
Oh yeah. I was
There's a
gonna suggest that
lot
one
of
too.
things. So I'm glad that you guys think that some of it would be good. I'm working out the details. Some of this stuff we're going to start as early as November, if not sooner.
Password runtime was only 30 minutes.
Oh, so it was back to back, Liz.
Yeah.
Okay.
From 61, it started 1961, Family Game Show.
Yes, but there were several versions of it. There was Password, and then there was Password Plus. That's the one that Liz and I grew up with. Password Plus. And
You know what would be a fun one to do, but not spousal, but just how well the hosts
the
know each
newlywed
other.
game?
Yes, but how well the hosts know each other.
Oh, that means the Big Dog and I are stuck together. No.
Oh, he's let me in on a few secrets I might know.
Ha ha ha. But the team stuff, it would be great. But could you imagine reaching out to the audience that's watching us and telling them we would love to have you guys as contestants? Do you know how cool that would be?
They would love it.
Yes. And we obviously can't call it the name of because we'd get in trouble, but we would do our own variation of. That would be fun. That would be cool.
It would be.
I stand corrected. It was in Britain. The ITV in 63. BBC Two had it in 73. BBC One had it in 74 to 76.
Now, is it your own version of Password or is it the American version brought over?
I would say it's probably our own version of
Wow.
it.
So take a look at it. If you look up on YouTube, Password Game Show or Password Plus Game Show, you'll see a lot of videos and it's fun. And that's all you have to do, folks. The background is there. I'm really excited about Password. I think you guys can tell.
Yeah, it's based
But
on
I
the
do want to
US
do this
version.
one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It was the British panel game show based on the US version of the same thing.
Oh,
So
yes.
it's based on your version. So there you go.
So you guys borrowed from us for a first time, considering we keep borrowing all of the UK shows and remaking them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
the-
again, see, I remember watching the old American detective series, like Cannon
yeah.
and what have you.
Oh, I love Cannon.
Did you watch the English version of House of Cards?
I don't know. Might have done.
It was in the 80s or maybe
Wasn't
early
that
90s.
long ago.
Oh, yeah, the English version was. And the titular character was Frank Urquhart. Oh, no, Francis Urquhart. That's why in the American version, his name is Francis Underwood. But the ongoing joke in House of Cards, because he was an older, well-to-do, distinguished Englishman, they would tell him, they wouldn't call him Francis Urquhart. They would always say, hey, F you, F you, F you. Do you believe in this? I mean, the subtle joke, it's serious, but it was F you. Do you agree with this? Or whatever. That did not translate over to the American program, but
No.
his name was still Francis Underwood. And it was really, I was expecting him to say, hey, F you. It was funny, man. It was a subtle English humor.
But we do occasionally do
Yes.
subtle humor. But
Yeah, of course. Benny Hill, right?
no, he's not quite so. He's not so subtle. He's more.
Being sarcastic.
Slapped in your
Yeah.
face is Benny Hill.
Well, he's more
It's
musical.
sad the way he died, the way he ended his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Recluse and stuff.
Well, most comedians, you think about it,
Yes.
they're not really happy people.
No.
Not really.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, the only one I think was a reasonably happy person was Ken Don.
Mm,
He was reasonably happy, but the other ones,
yeah. Well, folks, I'm sorry I've been trying to get out of here, but I'm glad we spent talking even more. I am going to call it at this point now. Congratulations to everyone on the NFL picks. We'll be watching some stuff. Again, I want to thank you, Anime Girl. I want to thank you, Meadow Lass.
Meadow Lady.
Okay, I'm probably going to call her Lass, but that's okay.
Okay, you call her.
Yeah.
You
Meadow
can't
Lass.
call her a lass. She's a lady.
Actually, she would be a lassie. I'm sorry.
No, she'd be a lady.
I am not a collie from a television show.
Excuse me.
Thank you for clarifying that thing that got under your skin. See, I let it slip that the Daisy Duke got under my skin, and Big Dog got it, and he will never. You never let the enemy know what annoys you. I mean, your friends. You never let your friends know. Oh, I've taught student workers that at work. I said, look, first of all, don't share your shit because there's no secrets in county, none whatsoever. If you want people to know, just tell them. And everyone will know. There are no secrets. So I would tell them, look, the reality is if you complain about people being in your business, it's because you let them be in your business. That's one. And two is the other one I just said, which I already forgot. So I am Roger. That's Anime Crow. And that's Liz. And if they do want to hold on as we end the program, I need a few minutes of their time. But other than that, we are out of here, guys. Thank you. We'll see you, Joel on True, and we will see you next week. See you guys on the other
Adios,
side.
people. Have fun.
At 3 p.m. today, the haunted show program starts. So we'll see you guys.
Frankenstein.
Peace.
Adios.